What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our second game of the evening. This is yet another semifinals game, this time between AshC, over in the blue, who has not put her name on the in the score sheet yet, and playing Adeptus Sororitas versus Andy 10K, who it looks like is me, but just kidding, is actually Andy 10K, who is going to be playing Heretic Astartes, Chaos Space Marines, and unfortunately, chat, I have some bad news for you. These Chaos Space Marines brought 3 Lords of Skulls with them, so we're in for another one of these games. So have let's we're gonna the scourge of the T5S2 continues. We're gonna watch some Lords of Skulls do their Lord of Skulls things, but we have heard the Cryogen, who is currently absolutely crushing the entirety of the circuit with triple Lord of Skulls, thinks that this is a bad matchup for them. And that Adeptus Sororitas has what it takes potentially to knock them off their pedestal. So that is we'll see if that's true or not. That's going to be the exciting revelation in this game. Everyone in the chat, thank you so much for joining. It's Friday night, taking your Friday night to watch some live War Machine. Look at me go. Live Warhammer 40K on Tabletop Simulator from the T5S2 series. This is the finals for Pod 11. We just saw the finals for Pod 10. Glargify in the chat, wondering how the last game ended. It's actually still going. It is just getting to the end there. I apologize for the delay in restarting the stream. I did have to swap. I had to discover how to swap hosts in TTS, which I've never successfully done before. But we worked it out. The players are continuing playing, but it looks like the Grey Knights are going to take that one down pretty handily, and we will get a final score tally at the end of that game, I think, and see if Glargify's prediction of, I believe it was an 18-29, is going to be correct. The Trigon did do a bunch of damage just when I had left. The Trigon actually almost wiped out the remaining Paladin squad by itself, which was pretty impressive, but it was about to get smited to death by like 5 characters. So it was going to die. I think it was going to die. Lists for the game should be in the description. The Lord of Skulls, or the Heretic Astartes player, is playing triple Lord of Skulls. It is a bit of a different version than what Cryogen runs, and I think it'll be interesting to talk about the differences and see the differences in action. One big bonus that this list has, one big strength that it has over Cryogen's list, which is a little bit more infantry heavy, is that it has a Relic Whirlwind Scorpius in it. Or a Hellforged Whirlwind Scorpius, I should say, I guess. And I think that solves one of the big weaknesses of the Lords of Skulls, which is that they have no way to shoot around these big ruins. And a lot of times you can grind up some points on engineers or on your primary objectives just by by hiding from them. And you can hold off the damage for a couple turns just by hiding yourself away. Let's go over the list real quick while the players are deploying here. Ash has won the role to go first and has chosen to take first turn, which is going to be a big deal in the matchup. Of course, Sororitas being an extremely aggressive list, that means that the Lords of Skulls are going to have to deploy very far back and screen very heavily to just not get entirely obliterated by scary Sisters Repentia immediately on the top of one. But that list that's going to be hiding in the back here is as the Iron Warriors, super heavy detachment with triple Lords of Skulls in it. Nothing too shocking there. We also have a straight-up Iron Warriors battalion, so we're not mixing in any Word Bearers or anything like that. It's just going to be full-on Iron Warriors, and that's bringing in the Lord Discordant and the Master of Possession, who's going to get Demon Smith and the Relic, the Infernium or whatever it's called, to make him a demon. We're also bringing in a Sorcerer with a jump pack, so that gives this list access to Warp Time, something that Phil's list does not have, which is a big deal. Going to be able to either send that Lord Discordant out really far, or I believe that you can move the Lords of Skulls themselves. I don't see people do that often, but I don't believe that there's a rule against it. They just normally don't need to. We also have 30 Chaos Cultists to fill out that detachment. as well as, like I said before, a Hellforged Scorpius with it actually has a Combi Bolter and a Havoc Launcher on it, in addition to its the standard Scorpius there. So a pretty interesting list, focused a little bit more on these Lords of Skulls. There's no Demon Print, so there's no Crimson Crown. They're not going to be dealing as quite as much damage, and instead they're going to be trying to keep at range and poke at you from far away. So we don't have quite the same amount of late game punch that Cryogen's list brings with all of those powerful characters at the end of the game there. And we also have we also don't have as much screening as that list does. That list has 60 infantry. This one only 30, so it's going to be a little bit easier to draw beads on this list, and force it into bad situations when it doesn't have random stuff it can throw in the middle to hold objectives. But that said, it does get this indirect fire it squeezes the indirect fire in, which I think is a really big deal. Let's see. Dan Paolini says he doesn't like the Lord of Skulls list. Oh, there you go. Apostle of Ruin has spoken. He doesn't like it. It'll be interesting to see how well it performs, for sure. I don't know how this matchup goes. People have told me that it's bad for the Lord of the Skulls, but we'll find out. The sisters do trade up super duper hard into Lords of Skulls. I do apologize. It is going to be a little bit choppy here. I'm unlike the last game. I'm not the host of this game, so I unfortunately the ping isn't going to be great for this one. I believe we're hosting pretty far overseas, so it's gonna be a little choppy, at least until some of these models die, and then it'll get faster. Luke McCarthy says we should introduce it to Grey Knights. At Valdor, everyone is rooting against Khorne Lords of Skulls. I think that's basically true. I think that's for sure true. I'd certainly like to root for Ash also. Are these players deploying without any secondaries? Let's see if we can get them to just pick those. Quick question for everyone. Have you two picked secondaries yet? All right, well, there you go. So the players are on a bit of a time difference. This is an early pod. This is started before our localized waitlist started, and the players are, I think, almost opposite time zones, unfortunately. So that's not super surprising to me. Dan Paolini, Don Husin up KLOS because of a game versus Brandon Grant. I don't know what that means. Longship Loft says this should be good. I hope so. I hope that the sisters can crush through. Ash, not her first appearance on finals tables, so certainly no slouch of a player. And I've seen Andy 10K play a ton of games in T5S2. So I think both of these players, hopefully, we're going to give us a pretty good game. Ash, unfortunately, had an unfortunate showing in her last finals against CBRN 84, and unfortunately gave the game away. Literally was in a position to win and misplaced a Celestine and instead tied. Hopefully we'll see that. Reversed this time around. Luke McCarthy, a Scorpius. Indeed, a Scorpius. Although I think this might be the worst matchup for the Scorpius, if I do say so myself. It's going to be good at shooting at the Rhinos, which is a big deal, because they don't ignore 2 points of AP. But the rest of the list sure frickin' does, because it's all going to be Valorous Heart in range of an Imagifier, and oh boy, is that Scorpius not going to do too much damage against Exorcists and these normal Battle Sisters who are just standing on the ground, taking 2-up saves against it. Dan Paolini, Don Husin gave up Khorne Lords of Skulls because of a loss against Brandon Grant. Makes sense. At Valdor, agreeing, Ash is a strong player, so hopefully we'll see her crush the Khorne Lords of Skulls. So we have to show the stream that the Khorne Lords of Skulls isn't the unbeatable monstrosity that that it looks like it is. I do have a game against KLOS. I've never played against them before, but I have a game against Cryogen on Sunday. Pod 12 finals. We'll be streaming that. Stay tuned in the stream schedule channel on the Discord server, and we'll have that announcement shortly as soon as I plan that game out with Phil. We also, for those in the chat who would like to play, obviously join our Discord, and you can join up in the pod wait lists. We have 3 wait lists: one for NA, one for EU, one for anywhere in the world. You don't have to be in those locations to join, but they are going to be run on a time zone friendly schedule for each of those locations. And so if you do join a localized pod, then you will be expected to play games at a reasonable time for that pod. But if you just want to grind as many games as possible and you don't care about staying up late, then go ahead and join all of them. Join every single waitlist. We also have rapid fire pods, which have a small entry fee, but they give prize support for the winner, and they help support the circuit. And we have one open right now. Rapid fire pod number 3 is open, has a couple entrants. So if we just get a couple more, that will be off to the races. Big congrats to Denise for winning the first one. And the second pod is currently going. And those only last 1 week. So if you want to just grind a ton of games and make sure you get a bunch of experience, then the rapid fire pods are a good way to go. Luke McCarthy, one of the great secondaries against Cryogen's version is the engineers, and you can't take that against this list. I agree. However, I will say that Ash does have the Valorous Heart sisters. And they are on a 3-up save against that thing, and I don't think it wants to be putting its shots into them. It wants to shoot these rhinos. It wants to try to knock out the Repentia before they get in, and I think she might be able to take engineers, but not in this mission. We are playing Cut to the Heart, so each player has placed one objective in their opponent's deployment zone, and the goal is to hold the 2 objectives, or the center objective, in addition to the objective that you placed. So that's going to be objective 2 for Ash, in addition to objective 1, and it's going to be objective 3 for Andy 10K, also known as Loaf. It's going to be easy for Ash to bonus. This is a good placement for her objective, but I think it's also a good placement for Loaf's objective, because he's going to have open lines of sight onto the models holding the objective. That removes the opportunity to score engineers against this list, because you're just going to get shot by a Lord of Skulls and die, which is not good. Pro tip of the day: don't do that. That's bad. And I don't think Loaf's game plan revolves around scoring those engineer points, or scoring those bonus points. Excuse me. And he's just going to try to open up as many lines of sight as possible. So I do think we have some good objective placement here. And one thing that I will say that we have seen from these Lords of Skulls players is that their objective placement is almost always on point. They have a game plan. They go into the game with a very specific game plan, and they know where to put objectives to execute that. It's helpful that their game plan is basically put their models on the table and then shoot a whole bunch. So it's not a very complicated game plan, but it's good that they have one and that they play to it. Dan Paolini says he's 4-1 against Corn Lords of Skulls. I can see your list being good against Lords of Skulls. I'm not going to lie. Especially if you go first. I imagine you went first 4 times, and then the one time you lost was when you went second. So. Mark Benning, what is the chances of Repentia taking out a Lord of Skullsian CC? I don't know if they kill it. I bet we could math hammer it out, right? Let's take a look here. Let's go to Math Hammer. We'll Math Hammer, live Math Hammer on stream. Ready, everyone? Here we go. Let's do it. All right. So the Repentia are 3 attacks each. Oh, no, they're 4 attacks. They're 3 attacks each when they're in Bloody Rose, right? I'm going to double check before I put that in. And chat, feel free to correct me. I think it's possible that when they charge, they're going to be able to charge out of line of sight because they move so far. And honestly, if these Lords of Skulls don't move to objective 2, they're going to lose eventually. So who cares? Let's take a look here. So I think they're There's 9 of them, and they're 3 attacks each when they charge. I'm gonna go with that for now, and then we're gonna see how we go. They hit on 4s, but they reroll everything. Their strength 8. Their AP doesn't matter because it's going to be on a 4+ invulnerable save. Versus toughness 8 with +1 to wound. I think this is assuming they have an Magifier too. We have +1 to wound and reroll hits. It is a flat 2 versus 28 wounds. Only 13 damage so far. Let me double check my stats here. I might have them wrong. Adepta Sororitas. Let's look at Repentia. Yeah, so they're base 2 attacks and hit on, and they reroll hits, and then they get +1 attack when they charge because of Bloody Rose, and they get +1 strength because of the Imagifier. Chat, double check my math. Yeah, they have a Bloody Rose has a 1 CP strat to get +1 to wound in melee. So it looks like expected damage is about half of a Lord of Skulls, and then they all die. So that's not as many as I was expecting, to be honest. But that's assuming it has Cursed Earth. If there's no Cursed Earth, I bet it's a lot better for them. Yeah, it's 18 total damage. Cursed Earth changes that, not a lot. But they can also have a 6+ DPR. So that would drop them down to 11 if they pop that. Glargified, they can have a pregame buff. Oh, the exploding 6s. Yeah, so depending on the situation, probably between, I guess it's probably between 12 and 15. So two units of Repentia into a Lord of Skulls should pretty close to kill it. It will heal a couple wounds between 2 units charging it, but I mean, you shoot it with an exorcist or something. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the issue is that the organ guns are so spiky that it could be problematic. But I think Ash's plan here, I mean, her plan has to be to try to grab bonuses as often as possible. Just sort of sit on hold more and trade shots with the Lords of Skulls as much as possible. And I'd almost, honestly, like I almost don't hate the idea of like putting an exorcist like right up in the front. You want these rhinos to be really far forward, but you could put 2 here. You are going first. And then you just line 2 of them like sort of in here. Yeah, maybe you run out of space. But if you put an exorcist right in the middle, like the Lord of Skulls doesn't shoot it that hard. And they kind of have to melee it to do any damage. Yeah, all the squad does is make him angry. I mean, in fairness, everything makes these guys angry. So I don't know if Sororitas being there or not makes a huge difference. I've gone through Loaf's list. Let's take a look at Ash's list real quick. I believe we have seen this list on the table before. We have a Valorous Heart Detachment, 2 Canonesses leading it, and one of them with a Brazier and a Chainsword, the other one with the Warlord, Beacon of Faith, as well as Litanies of Faith to reroll Miracle Dice. Very good to include. 3 units of 5 Battle Sisters, just with bolt guns. A second Valorous Heart Battalion with Celestine and a Missionary to fill in the HQ. 3 more Battle Sister units with bolt guns. 2 Imagifiers with the Ignore -1 AP tail. And then 3 Exorcists. Last detachment, Order of the Bloody Rose Battalion. Oh, excuse me, Vanguard, not Battalion. With a Canoness leading it, with a Blessed Blade. An Imagifier with the Tail of the Warriors. That's a +1 strength. Usually upgrade that to get 2 tails, and then you also get ignore 1 AP. But it depends on the matchup. You might actually not do that here because there's not much that does that. 3 units of 9 Sisters Repentia, 2 Seraphim squads, both with 2 double Inferno pistol ladies. So it's 5 total Seraphim in each with 4 total Inferno pistols, and a plasma pistol on one of the superiors, as well as 3 rhinos. No Zephyrim is usually what I see. That's interesting out of AshC's list. I do like to see Zephyrim a lot of times, but we're not going to take them today. Glargify, they also have a double fight for C3 3CP, but I mean, are 9 Repentia going to survive in melee against the Lord of Skulls? I don't think you're going to be there for the double fight, if I'm honest. We saw a Lord of Skulls kill 30 cultists in one swing the other day, and Repentia are not that much harder to kill than cultists. Now, if we take a line of sight check here, it does look like Andy does have a Lord of Skull in line of sight of all of the exorcists. Can these 2 see him? He might have blocked from these 2. This one can certainly see him. This one cannot. Okay, so she'll have to move 1. That's not the end of the world. So what do you think, chat? Who wins this fight? Do you think that the resilience of the Sororitas can have them win the gunfight? Or do you think the Lords of Skulls are too unstoppable? They can never be beat. You can never get them. Looks like the secondaries have been chosen. Loaf taking Big Game Hunter. Not a surprise there. As well as Butcher's Bill. Also not a surprise. That one's a little bit more surprising. Seems like he'll have to put a lot of firepower into multiple squads to kill them, but there are a lot of 5 lady squads and characters he could take out. Also ground control. Ooh, ground control. The rub-ins a little bit, but there's not much else you can bring with Lords of Skulls. To be fair, they're not very maneuverable. But unfortunately, in a 3 objective game, ground control means that you have to grab all 3 objectives. And I guess Loaf's list does have warp time, so he has a little bit of maneuverability in here, but not a ton. He over on Rentar side, also known as Ash, she's taking Big Game Hunters, pretty straightforward. Recon, an excellent choice for this map, for going first and in this deployment. And behind enemy lines. I don't hate that, especially if you can hide some ladies inside this building. Although the Scorpius is there to stop that, but I think the Scorpius might have trouble killing multiple Battle Sister units in one go. We have to remember that they are Iron Warriors, so that they will ignore cover. Yeah, Andy playing at about 1 a.m. I think at his time, so he's smashing some caffeine right now. Glargify calling it. If a Lord of Skulls goes down turn 1, then it's a Sisters game. Do you think we could see a Lord of Skulls die on turn 1? What's gonna kill? You think three or Exorcists are gonna kill Lord of Skulls? Yeah, what's that, a 4 and a 6 in Miracle Dice? Very good. Good start. Yeah, I mean, we did talk about it before. Exorcists are extremely dicey models to play, and you do have solid miracle dice. You know, you got a 6 in there. You can just drop in a 6 damage shot if you need it. So we could see it work, but I don't think Ash has the maneuverability to hit multiple of these Lords of Skulls. So one might just get buffed up to get the 6 plus DPR. Could ignore 1 point of AP. But it could happen. Although I'm not sure that this Exorcist in the back actually has range, so it might have to move forward. I do think Ash is being a little bit too cautious with her Exorcists here. Like I said before, I would like to see Exorcist almost just put in the center of the table. I think it's unlikely that Lords of Skulls shoot themselves into a charge. So you can screen with the ladies, and honestly, you would like nothing better than for these Lords of Skulls to engage in close quarters fighting, because then all of your attacks get to be made all at once. At Valdor, I feel like there's a lot of skill in choosing when to use your miracle dice. 100%. 100%. Yeah, sisters have a whole extra level of difficulty on them because you have a secondary resource that no one else in the game has that you have to learn how to use. It's like a second CP, but like it's if your CPs had different values during different phases of the game. You know, do I need a 6 now? Do I need a 1 late game so I can like save morale? Do I need to save bad dice to automatically pass saves and stuff with the stratagem? I think it is a really cool army. I think the Miracle Dice mechanic. I give GW a lot of crap for their game design, but the Miracle Dice mechanic I think is one of the few examples of very cool game design that they've had. And not one that has really been replicated as far as I know in the industry, which is kudos to them. They do sort of steal a lot of stuff. Luke McCarthy, position for Zinch to have their own miracle dice in ninth. No, they need I mean, I, I think it's a symptom of Games Workshop's kind of lazy game design that they give a lot of factions sort of duplicate abilities that do the same thing. And one thing I think people were talking about in the previous game was Hateful Assault versus Shock Assault, and they just gave Chaos Space Marines and Space Marines the same rule, and they just called it something different, and that's boring. Give them their own version. I do like that Zinch. I do like that Zinch can would have control over dice. That's extremely Zinchian, but I think that it should be done a different way. I like maybe Zinch can have an ability. This is something that a lot of other games use is the ability to roll additional dice and pick the highest. Right, that's something that we see charges and a lot of things like that. But what if Zinch could do it on other things? What if you had once per turn you could pick a dice on any dice roll? You could pick on a save, on an attack, on a psychic power. You could roll an extra dice and pick the highest. Like that'd be cool. Well, maybe Zinch, yeah, Luke, Zinch could modify a dice +1 or -1. Just like the narrative nullifier matrix we just saw. I guess Zinch definitely they are called sort of changers of ways, right? They do change fate. They don't see fate. So I guess that's something you have to try to um, represent. Mark Benny, am I excited to possibly get usable rules for tiered super heavies? Please, give me something. It is a little frustrating when other factions like sort of get to plumb the depths of Forge World to look for broken stuff, and Tyranids, like, you could throw the whole book out. You know, even Malanthropes are not that good. Everything in the Forge World catalog for Tyranids is garbage. Very sad. It'll be interesting when they get redone, for sure. So we've begun the shooting. Looks like the first Exorcist has pinged off, which is not a great start. Looks like 3 go through in this go. Yikes. That's scary. Um. Uh-oh. So we're going to CP reroll. It looks like 3 shots went through. We're going to CP reroll 2 of 5. Are we going to miracle the last one? No. Oh yeah, it looks like one got saved. Only 3 damage from that Exorcist. Yeah, oof. This is not the shooting phase that Ash was hoping for. Unfortunately, that's the diciness of this Exorcist coming out to play. Wow. Hey, there's a hit. 10 so far onto the unbuffed Lord of Skulls. We're going to just dump a 6 in there. And we're going to save it, looks like. Oh! 15! 14, excuse me. Looks like a 3 from here. 14! One Exorcist hits it for half of its health. Holy crap. All right, chat, what do you think about that? That's a big shot right there. Oh boy. We will get hold, we will get recon for sure. I would think I would like to have seen a sister squad here to run to grab 3 and just force through the hold more, maybe. Talking about in chat, talking about Zinch, the Zinch mechanic. Zinch has stuff to turn 1s into 6s and 6s into 1s. At Valdor, I do think the idea of having Zinch control your opponent's dice is interesting, but I think you have to there's a negative play experience sort of imminent there that you have to watch out for. And it has to be significantly less powerful than the normal faith mechanic. I mean, because it's innately going to be more powerful. But so you have to generate way less of them. But I think like the opportunity for it to be a sort of feel badsies for your opponent, I think is really dangerous, and you'd have to think about it hard. But if it's not something that's like hyper core to the mechanic of the faction, I think it could be cool. Mark Benning, it would be good to have a new Tyranid model sometime in the next decade. Oh yeah, we'll see. I don't even want new models. Like I don't own the whole range or anything. Like I'd buy existing models if they were good. Just give me something. Shuma, there is literally a Tyranid in Blackstone Fortress. Shuma, calm down. It's just a Zote and it doesn't do anything. Yeah, 2 Exorcists do no damage. 1 does half of kills half of a Lord of Skulls. Sick. Longship Loft, are you voting for? Are you rooting for the Lords of Skulls? Because I think the entire chat is voting against you. I think chat's hoping that we see the Lords of Skulls' reign of terror end. Someone kill the Lord of Skulls, and if it could be Raptors, we'd accept it. Mark, I bought more Gaunts recently. They have the same mold from 2003. Yeah, I mean that's the Gaunts look fine. I don't like Hormagaunts just because the mechanical design of the models is a little bit like they fall apart and they fall over. They just sound sort of logistically not great. But the Termagants are okay. I don't hate them. They're cute little buggers. Luke McCarthy also voting for rooting for the Lords of Skulls. Yikes. Oh, Shuma, pro Lords of Skulls. Whoa. Just kidding. Chat, it's turning around. Everyone's voting Lords of Skulls. All right, chat. Let's get a head count here. Who is rooting for Lords of Skulls? Who's rooting for Sororitas? Oh yeah, plastic super heavy for Tyranids would be really cool. But I don't think it's likely that we get something like that. But I think it's okay. We already have big meaty kits. Just make Tyrannofexes like super cool, and then that's basically a super heavy in and of itself. Mark for sisters, Glarg for sisters, Jamie for sisters, add Valdor for sisters. Hit my mute button by accident. I do like this play from Rentar though. Just dumping these 30 Repentia right in Loaf's face. Luke McCarthy. I'm just trying to figure out who to purge in the 14th Black Crusade. Luke, the 14th Black Crusade is a high fleet. Luke, we all know that. I think we gotta hope that Loaf sort of misallocates attacks here, or I think that's what Rentar's hoping. But if we get another shooting phase like that, it's not going to be hard for Repentia to knock these Lords of Skulls to death. Bobby Hall's in the chat, having a grand old time. Thanks everybody again for joining Friday evening, taking their Friday night to watch some sick 40K. It looks like we got 25, almost 30 people in the chat room. That's awesome. Y'all are sweet. Glargify, new Alpha Legion Rubric Marines. Yeah, Glarg did win Pod 1, and we gave away, I gave him the makings of a Chaos Army. and they get to fight the rest of your collection. Yeah, fun with that. You did win them with a Raptors list, right? So, who knows? Maybe one of these days we're going to see the Lord of Skulls move. That'd be cool. Bobby Halls, I don't know if Sisters are secretly a top-tier army. I think they are, I think they're very publicly a top-tier army. Shuma, watch out, sometimes you're super heavy as a Stampa or an Obelisk or a Wraith Knight. Did I lose the players here? I can't hear them. Oh, maybe I did. Oh, I did lose the players for a sec. All right, we're back. Looks like we are casting some spells. Yeah, we definitely saw a spike in Sisters, just shortly after they came out. But there's so much cool stuff happening right now that people are just playing all sorts of stuff. Like I would grind a couple games with Sisters, but I'm playing like Deathwatch right now. The new Engine War stuff looks insane. There's so many cool things to play, and then we're gonna get hit with 9th. So I think a lot of people, kind of jumping between factions right now. So the Lords of Skull is starting to hit back here a little bit, plinking 2 wounds off of an Exorcist. That's a good point too, Shuma. Everybody's playing on TTS right now, so people are hopping factions really rapidly. And I imagine that competitive 40K when 9th edition launches is going to be really heavy on TTS because everyone gets to proxy all their 9th edition data sheets. They don't have to buy all the new models to play with that stuff. So hopefully we see a lot of innovation coming out of TTS 40K in as soon as 9th edition drops.
So
Chad, I just turned up the players' audio. They were being very quiet, but they're, as far as I know, not saying anything right now. It's a very quiet game. So it looks like one Rhino down. We have the Canoness in that one with a unit of Repentia. And only one died. That's solid. But unfortunately, these Repentia, I think, are about to get gunned to death.
The next one behind him will fire his... his Gore Cannon into the Repentia. And his Ica into the Rhino in the middle.
I'll turn them up even more. There you go. Hopefully that's better. Let me know if you can hear people now. Okay, just
so
like
12 shots into the
their volume.
Hit on 2s, 6s explode, real on 1s.
Okay, Eureka says that we're good. So, thanks, chat.
2s. $14.
6 ups. And then 5 ups, re-rolling successfuls.
Bobby Halls, yeah, you can find the list in the description, but it is double Valorous Heart battalions with all of the Battle Sisters units and then 3 Exorcists with all the Imagifiers and
Celestine die, I gain a miracle.
and then a Vanguard of
my relic to re-roll that
of Bloody Rose to bring in
always the way in it.
Repentia squads and a couple Seraphim squads.
4 shots.
The old Wombo combo.
All hits.
Kind of a standard setup.
2 AP4s.
6 ups.
One thing I should note, just about the players in general, Ash has been playing only for a few months, I think, since January, she said. So only 4 or 5 months, if I remember correctly. And obviously has made great leaps and bounds. Ended up just grinding a ton of games on TTS and obviously making it to a bunch of different finals of T5S2 pods and really killing it for a player who's only been in the game for a couple months.
The Rhino from his cleaver.
So good on her, and hopefully we see her sort of flourish in the community. One thing I think is also going to be really impactful in this matchup too are those 2 Seraphim squads, because they are each bringing 4 Inferno pistols, and with that deadly descent, right now Loaf isn't screened at all
against the one in the middle.
So we could see 2 Seraphim squads in one shot from an Exorcist knock this guy out really easily. Yeah, the one thing I would be worried about, I'm not sure if Vanguard-esque detachments are going to cost more or less CP, so I would be worried about bringing Vanguards in. And souping multiple sub-factions seems like it could be in danger, because it requires you to buy additional battalions or detachments of any kind, which just costs more and more CP. Whereas I think the ideal position would be to try to pivot into a single battalion. But trying to grind the most efficiency out of your sub factions, I think, is going to start being pretty costly.
And so this will drop on process, and then I'll use a CP and 2 miracle dice, moment of grace, this 4 becomes a 6. Or rather,
So
yeah.
D3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. And D3.
You know what I
So
mean.
3. So down to 2.
Mhm.
And then it's Gore Storm.
Yeah, I'd be worried about the
For some reason,
melee
can't delete
stuff.
dice, but
Like Bloody Rose is so strong. I wonder if we don't find that the additional, point of AP ignoring
extra shots.
doesn't become sort of
3
more
short ones.
irrelevant as we go. But it'll be interesting to see how the meta shakes out. I think it's definitely a meta call, whether you need the hitting power or the defense.
So 11 5s.
I think a lot of armies are going to... I don't know how much...
If I shoot you from the back spikes here, that's why I put them like that, yeah. Bullshit 8th edition rules, eh? Kills it.
Yes. Anyway, to the point, I don't know how much anti-infantry shooting we're gonna see, because it's gonna be so one Thunderfire cannon may be so effective that you don't really require more of it. Oh, mortifiers might be excellent. Yeah, that's a good call for sure. Yeah, I think vehicles may have a heyday in this edition, but it remains to be seen. We have to see more spoilers. I am interested to see how these like sort of traditionally souped up sub factions end up, because we don't you don't always see, or at least or factions that usually take multiple sub factions inside them. So Tyranids, Sisters, Orcs, those kind of factions may end up being really odd once the new rules come into play.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, I forgot the explosion roll. Fine.
Oh, good. Yeah, I got my tricks, yeah. There you go. You find that. The Scorpius. So got 2 hands left on the middle Rhino. So I'll fire its first lot of shots at the middle one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't think I'll spend a CP on the reroll the number of shots. So 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2s, prescience, 5s. There. And a second shot. Thing. Should have shot the Repentia instead. Actually, yeah, going to Repentia the second shot. 3, 6, 7. Jeez. Should have shot both into the Repentia, just getting greedy. Use 3.
Ups. 5 ups. 2 die.
So this charge looks possible here
much
for Ash.
All she wrote.
Which could be scary, because that is the wounded Lord of Skulls. If she's able to get into this corner here,
kill one,
and then miracle maximum charge through the building, could be really good. But she did just burn all of her
3 on Big Game Hunter, because the
we'll
2
have
in
to see what she rolls up
there's 2
this
left on the Rhino. I get a butcher's bill for killing 2 units. I kill more. Yep. I have 2. I don't think you're taking leisure checks or anything, do you?
Well, I should take one. Yeah, fine.
Very good.
Well, I do think we should see, I mean, 1 or 2 of the
Small.
Exorcists ding it to bring it into killable range, and then have these Repentia try to get in there. This one is wounded, so we could see a big shot from an Exorcist into this one. Hopefully, if we see some big shooting, we can severely damage this guy, and then leave this guy in range to get killed by the Repentia. That would be, I think, a perfect situation for Rentar. And we do still have Seraphim to bring on the table as well. So we could see...
Do you swap the timer?
Yeah, the timer swapped.
Say again, sorry?
Did you swap the timer?
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah. I think so. Yeah, it's going on.
All right, looks like we're piling out. We may be able to hide a Repentia unit inside. Oh, I guess there's only 6 left in that unit. 5 left in that unit. Okay, maybe that's not worth it. But maybe we go for the no line of sight charge here, and we hide the other ones and force the Scorpius to shoot into it. Not that I think the Scorpius is going to be low on targets, to be fair. This is going to be a tight turn for Rentar. We're going to need some really good positioning.
Oh, shit. Sorry, my miracle dice. You also getting something. Start a round. Try and start the turn.
Ooh, and there's a 6 on the Miracle Dice. Oh, this could be big money. That means we can max charge. We can automatically make a 9-inch charge here, or we can roll for a longer one. Looks like we'll need a 10. Oh, no, we'll need a 9. Going straight in.
This front score is going to advance.
That was less than 16 inches away, so we'll need a 9 to get there.
That's 5.
Ooh. Oh, and we're just gonna do it with an advance. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting spicy here from the Sisters of Battle. I also like the placement of this Canoness coming out of the Rhino, that she's going to be able to get in on these cultists. And if Rentar takes these cultists out, that's a big blow to Loaf as well, because he has to then advance to get on objective 2. I don't think he's going to get there with one move.
Missionary is going to advance. That's 3.
That said, with a 6 in your Miracle Dice pool, going for charges out of line of sight, I think, could be a path to victory. But I can't measure in spectator mode, unfortunately, so I don't have a good way to measure what this charge would look like.
Advances.
Bobby Hall's revving that eviscerator. Wow, this game came right out of the gates. This is sick.
Yeah. Rhino's advancing. Plus 4. 7. Oh, Yeah, bottom bracket, right? So,
You could be potentially be a little cheeky, angle that rhino so it's angled like this, and that blocks line of sight, a lot of line of sight into this area. Could potentially be silly to hide some models back there, although I don't think it's going to matter. It's not like these Lords of Skulls can't shoot anything.
forward four's advancing. Next one's advancing. Inches. Celestine is advancing. Yeah, Celestine's advancing. Inch. I will spend a CP to reroll that.
Mm-hmm.
2 3.
Trying to get that +1
50
invulnerable save.
inches.
Ooh, re-in range there. Might be
Okay,
out. Oh,
take
we
that
are.
to
Wow,
6,
perfect. Get
This
that +1
branch is
invulnerable
very
save to
advanced.
the Overwatch on those Repentia. You're okay once they get in melee, but you have to mitigate the losses on the way in.
Failing Cursed Earth probably puts the shutters on this, though, I think.
Ooh,
Magnifier
there's no
advancing.
Cursed Earth live. Andy just said.
Oh, you saw how much damage I did the first round, so
Yeah,
not that
that's it. And now I've
on
got
these,
a double fighting Repentia unit
on
plus onto
these
wounds, so
Lords
probably
of
doing
Skulls.
Lords of Skulls you're shooting as well.
fight
Oh,
if,
that could be brutal. Holy crap.
if you
I mean, it will be brutal.
don't
This is
kill
going to
them.
be brutal. We may see 2 Lords of Skulls die here. Whoa. That's terrible.
I think first turn or getting that power up would have been big.
Definitely a big danger of building a list that a combo list that revolves around psychic powers like that.
And
Sometimes they just don't work. It's not like stratagems, where stratagems, for the most part, just do their thing. Psychic power sometimes it just fails. You don't get it off.
It's tough
And,
though, right? Because
that would
it's
suck.
like I need to shut down the rhinos to get the Repentia to kill as many as I can with like explosions and be able to shoot them with bits of shot, which means I can't shoot the Exorcists, which do big damage as well.
Longship Loft F in the chat for Lords of Skulls. Luke McCarthy, Colin 2 go down.
Move from everything.
All right, chat. Let's get a wounds count. How many wounds do we think get done to Lord of Skulls? We have to do 44 to have 2 Lords of Skulls die. Do you think we're gonna do 44 damage to these big boys?
Oh, it's got 12 inches of movement. I'm only giving it 5, so shouldn't be an issue. Even swiveling around that wall. Okay. Do you mind clicking on the button?
Second.
The face button. Just right click it.
Oh. There you
go. Right click to skip the whole turn. Thank you.
There you
go. End of movement phase.
Bobby House calling 27 damage from 1 exorcist.
Yeah. Bolt gun.
Yeah, here we go with the Seraphim.
Yeah, measure it for you. Okay.
I wonder, I don't think that there is a position for the Seraphim to come in and shoot this one, but I almost feel like it's overkill shooting this one.
Those ones
yeah,
back. Not so much a concern. Should be swapped.
Now
Right.
Keith. These guys look like they're just gossiping around a water cooler. Probably one of the water coolers that they have on their back.
Yeah, can't do it. Okay. Spend a CP when they come in. Deadly descent, they immediately shoot. So bolt pistols are going into your cultist, infernal pistols are going into your Lord of Skulls.
Yeah.
So 4 infernal pistols. 3 hits, wounding on 4s. 1 wound, -5.
5 up.
Oh no!
Yes, through.
Inferno pistol hits. Do you 6 that? Just plaster him?
What else have you got shooting at that? Got 1 exorcist as well. And 2 into this one. Yeah. This is the movement phase anyway, so it's not. It may as well keep it the shooting phase. So.
And then I spend 6. It does 6 damage.
We're gonna 6 it. Whoa, boy! Oh my gosh!
Okay.
Psychic phase starts, psychic phase ends. Alright, I forgot to do the bolt pistols.
Oh yeah, go for it.
6 bolt pistols. And on.
I think we've
These are minus
I think
5,
we've
so-
the no LOS
guys, now
charge
what's your shifts?
we've forgotten about. It would be this is the only no LOS charge. I don't think that you
Kill
put
off 2
them
guys,
in
change
range to make it.
anything?
Nope.
Not really, no.
I think we're just going for the raw dog here.
If I killed off 4, then yeah. Okay, shooting
Actually,
phase.
yeah, I'll take them off anyway.
Spend the CP.
Yeah.
Exorcist.
Ignore maybe shoot.
Yep. And then the bolt pistol shoot at your cultist again.
Yep.
3 hits. Two more cultists go down. Slightly below average.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't need to charge the Lords of Skulls if they die already. Yeah.
Press escape.
Oh, let's just took me back to my the screen.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Then. Okay. I have this exorcist shoot into this back one.
Yep.
Well, actually, it's the only one visible. 2 of them, so both of them will shoot together, if you don't mind.
Both of them into the back one, yeah.
Yeah. Number of shots.
14.
Rolling 1s. Pointing on 4s.
Ooh. That was not a great round of shooting there.
5. 3. Let me think about it. So it's a 26.
You see a CP here.
You haven't got any other miracle dice there. Pretty sure that one at the front's going to die anyway. Yeah, I'll pop CP on it. So 6 plus.
Okay.
Damage. Five, 6, 7, 8.
Spend the CP. Actually, I won't. Yeah, I won't spend CP. Can't afford that. Yeah, so that's 8 damage.
I wonder if she was considering a reroll on the 1 there. Oh, no 6s on the Fiona Pain. 8 straight through. We're at 14 so far on the Lords of Skulls. Damage this turn
And this
alone.
back exorcist is shooting this one.
Yep.
Oh my god. This is so brutal.
Your field of pain is only until the end of the phase, right?
Yeah, just the phase.
6 shots. All hit.
Oh man.
3 wounds.
Oh wow. What a shot there. Oh, he
There
makes
we
all
go.
the saves though. All right. Whoa.
Leaves me while I curl in a corner and cry.
I'm gonna make you do it the hard way. That's what it is, Ash.
All right. Well, we just did the math. Math says Repentia Squad should do about 15 damage to one of these
I don't
guys.
really have any other shooting, really. So charge, spend 1 CP. This quarter for pin check and now advance and charge.
Yep. It's like a 4 to that one, is it?
Yeah. Okay, they're gonna charge your this Lord of Skulls.
Yep.
As well as your Disco Lord.
As well as the disco guy, yeah.
Yep.
Hmm.
Whom I don't think can take Overwatch because you can't see anything.
No.
Are we aiming for a double fight
so
into the Lord Discordant?
So 12 shots. So all the 6s will be good. Oh, shame. Nothing. And then D6 shots from his Ica cannon. 1. Nothing. Boo.
Charge distance. 5. Good enough. And then this cannon is into your cultist.
Yeah.
7 inches makes it.
Alright.
Kind of wish I had an advanced Rhino so I could try and make that charge, but whatever. Oh, oops. And the Seraphim are going to try and charge your cultist.
Sure.
Sorry.
So I've got the roll in 12.
What do you double fight off of here, though? Maybe the Scorpius? You have to get in there. This doesn't look like 6 inches, but I might be. And then the disco gets to punch the crap out of you?
Ah, these 6s are terrible.
I don't know if we're going for a double fight, but I don't know. You might as well declare the
That's an 8. They don't make it. Okay.
Lord Discordant.
Palin's. Yeah. Spend 1 CP. They have +1 to wound.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 1 Lord of Skulls. Hopefully it goes down for sure.
What's the magnifier give them again?
+1 strength.
Plus some strength.
So it makes them strength 8.
What's the range on it? 6.
9 inches.
Ah.
I got the relic for the extra 3 inches. I know she's probably dead soon, very soon, but you know.
Well, I think when you walk through this, these guys here, I think it matters.
Well, when you're rolling that many sixes on your inbounds, then okay. So all of them are within an inch of an inch. 27 attacks.
Mhm.
Pause, rerolling everything. Sixes explode. Landing on threes, +1.
Yeah,
Threes.
the question is
13
whether she
saves,
can get
2
in
damage
here, right?
each. These are -4, so on your inbound.
She has to get in and not touch the disco, because then the disco kills
So,
almost the entire unit.
14 damage it would be.
Oh! Are you dead? It is unlikely that a dour duty keeps these guys alive.
Guess. So. Yeah, I guess I've got to spend the CP on the 6+ on this one.
All right, we're gonna try. That is a
We've got,
big
what,
swing
3
if he
sixes
if he
keeping me
makes it.
alive?
Let's see.
Oh, oops.
Oh, sorry.
That
There you go.
Sure.
3 6s we need. Drum roll, chat.
Or is it better to use
What do we
both
get?
CP and reel one of the 5s?
Oh, you
Just try and get the
100%
luck
know that
that
this
way,
guy's gonna
and then have
explode
the
if you
6s
spend all
fill
if
in
you use your
afterwards.
reroll right
Well, so I
now.
need the CP
Like
forward.
100%, right? It's guaranteed. It's been written in the stars.
I'm gonna need it on my turn, aren't I? I suppose. Yeah, I'll leave it there.
Here we go.
So
3 6s.
H roll 3 6s.
Oh, it's only 2.
Oh.
Oh.
Do I spend a CP?
No,
maybe I just
don't
want to save
spend the
it for the
CP to roll a
6 more damage, I guess, if I
6.
blow up.
Don't do it. I don't know if I would have done that. It is highly unlikely that you survive there.
That's annoying.
It is pretty good if you can get it, though. That's a big swing if you get it.
Yep, okay. See if it blows up.
Here we go. No, it's a 1. Okay. All right. F in the chat for the first Lord of Skulls. I think only the second Lord of Skulls we've seen killed on this stream so far, if I remember correctly.
Consolidating.
Can we get inside?
Your Scorpius's hitbox is so weird.
I don't know if you can. Oop.
Can you get there without being in the middle of the wall?
I have no idea. I know I can get to. I can probably get to your Scorpius.
Because the Scorpius is not an. It should be. It's just over an inch from the start of the wall, so you can't fight through it.
Yeah, but I should be able to get into your Scorpius, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Because they should be able to.
I was going to say. I was going to say they shouldn't be able to, because if I'm an inch away from the front of the wall, so you can't stand on the other side, you should definitely not be able to stand on the other side of it, because your base would be all over the show like it is.
But your hull is twisty. It's not flat. You get what I mean? Because like this, she is flat and she is fitting.
Okay. Yep.
I was about to jump in there. Yeah, I don't know if Andy declared that intention beforehand. If he did, it might have been when I was out. But I mean, if it lies, then here you go.
All right.
A little bit awkward though.
Yep.
So your Sikaran can swing back.
Are you ready for it?
Yep, I'm ready for the deadly
Take your
Sikaran.
Nothing.
Shuma,
Then
Scorpius is empty underneath. It has no base. You can get under it.
Fight
Yes.
again.
You can't do the within an inch thing.
And
I
this
don't know what that means.
poor Pencho,
You mean the not within an inch? Yeah, okay, yeah, I get you. Yeah, sideways would have been safer for this guy, yeah. Because you can put bases underneath it. I'm with you, Shuma. 100%. All right, here's the double fight. Down to 0 for Rentar. We're going to see if we can take out the Lord Discordant here, too. That would be a big swing.
I think the base on that's going to be halfway through the wall there, though. How thick is this wall, though?
It's 0.7, I think, or 0.6, something like that. So I can fight. I can inch of an inch through it. I can't get all of them.
Yeah, the wall also, it's narrower on the center part. If you look at it top down, it looks like they should be inside, but if you look at it inside,
regretting not charging your Sikaran as well right now, honestly. She's perfectly within 0.9 of other one because it's latching onto a really weird point on her base.
True.
Okay, so one of them can't swing, so that's 24 swings into 24 times 4. Sorry, 24 swings into your Disco Lord.
Yeah.
All right, Disco Lord. Let's see what you get.
Oh shoot, I'm sorry. I feel missionary running on autopilot.
We all are, don't worry.
Yeah, I was like putting on the force and I was like, wait, why isn't this adding up right?
Have we swung the Canoness yet?
No,
I haven't. I completely forgot she was fighting.
You can just do it after. Don't make a difference. Oh my god. I hate these things so bad.
Wounding on 2s.
So 8 in range, yeah.
Because they still have the +1 to wound.
Yep, he did.
Oof.
Did they blow up,
Oh,
actually?
boy.
Disco was blow up.
Yeah, so a little bit of a misposition on Andy's part here to let that Repentia inside.
No, they don't.
But that's a good call by Shuma in the chat that the model itself for the tanks allows bases to be underneath. Obviously in 40k, the actual physical model, unless you are a tank itself, doesn't matter for measuring, so you can actually just slide a base underneath them. Which is fair.
And not consolidate into your Lord of Skulls, who can just retreat and shoot and mother them.
They can't retreat and shoot, actually.
They can't?
No, they can shoot into and out of combat if they're in combat with infantry, but they can't leave and shoot and recharge.
Then that's tempting, because you only get 12 attacks and you're hitting on 3s now. You know what? I'll risk.
Luke McCarthy, gonna go out on a limb and say Repentia should not be able to wound Disco Lords on 2s? Well,
should I risk it?
I think it's fair, honestly. I mean, it's no different from a Unit Salamanders. When you have a strat and a character involved as well, who has a relic, I mean, that's a lot of investment as well.
What's up, sorry?
I'm thinking whether or not consolidate into your Lord of Skulls.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I don't know. There is some danger there. Lord of Skulls could just punch right through that unit by accident.
No, I'm not going to. Wait, 3 lose 6. Oh my god.
Is it weird looking? Those are big friggin' chainswords, ladies and gentlemen. Eviscerators are no joke.
Actually, no, I will.
It would be pretty silly if a weapon called an eviscerator did not in fact eviscerate.
Yeah, time out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
the
I
difference
was
with knights is
working
they
on the
can't.
meds.
Yeah, as I can't just leave and then go and do my own business. I can still shoot, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Well, if I tag your Sicaran and your Lord of Skulls,
Exactly. Yeah.
okay, then I'll just deal with the Canoness over here.
Yeah.
Just
He's
imagine
got
they're
5
attacking
attacks
a
on the
tree.
charge.
It's like a chainsaw with like a diamond blade, right? You know, it's like an adamantium chain on it.
Rerolling 1s for herself. Exploding 6.
What's she got?
She's at strength 5. And
Yeah, I don't know
she's
about Ash piling
APs
into
enough to cut straight
the
through
Lord of
guys.
Skulls here. Could be
Got
dangerous
some
for
of the
her.
wet t-shirts, yeah.
Yep, so 2 die.
Did I?
I think she isn't quite as worried about the Lord of Skulls
so
melee
I'll do my attacks back here and then do the Lord of Skulls.
because
so
it's
here, where are you?
there's no +1 to hit anymore, so it's only hitting on just regular 3s.
You should all be able to get in.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah. So I've got 8, so 9 attacks. 4s.
And she only needs 1 Repentia to survive, right? To hold it in melee. I guess she can't auto pass morale anymore though. Ooh, it could actually be scary. Repentia's leadership is not that good.
And then 4s.
No, the players were just discussing it. But the Lords of Skulls cannot fall back and shoot. They can shoot while they're in melee, but they can't fall back.
Blinked away.
So honestly, I don't think it makes a huge difference that Lord of Skulls is just going to sit there instead of doing other stuff.
And then Lord of Skulls.
I think, I mean, the Repentia are going to die either way, and Ash is just trying to arrest its forward momentum, which is fair. She didn't base it, though.
Real 1s, thankfully.
Oh, jeez. That was a terrible roll. Look at that.
So 3 extra hits. And then 3 extra attacks. So I'll roll those 1s in. Oh. Roll those. I'm hating you. Real 1s.
Oh my god. Wait,
Oh, boy.
You don't attach to the False Emperor.
Don't they? Heretic Astartes?
No, they don't. No, they don't. Neither do Cultists, by the way.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
It should only be 11. But that's what we got earlier.
Oh, yeah. Good catch. Sorry about that. Oh, you took off. Thank you. So 11. So
Yeah, I was
2s.
working on that math, and then I was like, wait, what?
So 10.
5 ups. 8. Damage. 1. Saves. 2s. Rerolling successfuls.
3.
3 go down. 7 go down. Slightly over.
Are they fearless in any way, Repentia?
No. Yeah, I worked out that
Okay.
that on average 6 would die.
So yeah, leadership for Repentia.
Killed something in the. No, I killed something in the fight phase. Chose your disco lords, I get to roll. Reroll. Yeah, that was previous time. Rerolling this. Litanies. Do a 1.
Yeah,
And then I spend
TIL.
that 1, the
Lords of
leaders
Skulls
take
do
half
not
the
have Death to
leadership.
the False Emperor.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
At absolutely.
so
perfect.
Certainly
would
something to
be,
watch out for, I think, in the future, because
cultists,
we've definitely seen
so
that
that's
triggered
2.
in the past.
Fine.
Okay, then I think I maxed out the game. Hunter was that kill.
Oh
That pair?
Yeah, that was
maxed out.
that was
Reson,
very.
definitely.
I don't
Still
like
time
that move at all.
Question is, do I get double?
On Ash's part, unfortunately.
3 and 2 are both behind the line.
She gave away
2 here, 2 here.
yeah
2 definitely
7
here.
Reventia
Yep,
for
recon.
not really anything, just sort of
Yep,
stopping that
2 in
guy
this
from moving a
quarter.
little bit.
Which quarter? Yeah. Because this is quad 2 and this is quad 3.
Is that a demon engine thing? Is it do demon engines just not get
Okay,
death to
I
the
see.
false emperor?
So Celestine and this one accounting for this corner, and then I have 3 units wholly within your deployment zone, so I get 2 points for behind enemy lines. Kill 1, hold 1. I don't get the bonus. Yep, your turn.
And you still got a unit of Seraphim.
It isn't. It's a vehicle thing.
So,
Yep.
As far as I can see, no vehicle has death to the false emperor. That's interesting.
So if he
I'm gonna
shoots
keep that in mind.
those-
The Revenja did live, probably on the back of that of losing +1 to hit, and also not a non-degraded
these
Lord of
feel
Skulls is not
wounds.
quite as scary as they get when they are degraded.
19.
Yeah, Shuma. No, I'm looking through the Chaos Space Marine data sheets. It looks like none of the vehicles have it. So
Damn.
it's not actually that surprising now that we look at it. Like, they all have hateful assault,
Yes.
but very few have death to the false emperor. I think you have to be infantry.
I will say this is literally the first time I've used my relic to reroll a 5.
Because I think it was a 3+ you lose a guy, which is pretty helpful.
3 plus they all run, because... Oh wait, 3 plus, yeah, I'll lose a guy.
So excellent use of the Miracle Dice mechanic
No,
by
three they
Rentar
all
there.
run. Because my
She
calculation was that I would lose 6.
re-rolled a Miracle Dice to
Out
get
of the
lower
9.
so that she could auto pass the more.
My math worked it out to be on average I would lose 6. 6.2.
I don't know why you even.
If I use the 3, what would happen is 1 would run, and then I'd have 2 left, which would be just enough to tag the 2 of them.
Can the guy that got base fire at the
What's their
exorcist?
info then? 6+.
I imagine so.
Right now
Maybe
it's
not
6.
though.
So this one was why I
think
gave
it
them the
shot
5.
At them, but I have no idea.
Which is why I left 1 just within range.
He can definitely smite the Repentia to death.
That's why they were kind of like curled around this thing.
So.
Yeah, kind of an awkward position too, right?
Stay
Because
calm,
the
kinda
Master
mess.
Possession blocks its movement. Otherwise, you could grab
Can't
another
get
2
any shooting
inches
towards her,
ish,
to be fair.
rotate off of the
Sure
consolidate.
you can. Shoot everything at her.
Yeah, I guess I have to stay there.
I was a little disappointed in this Canoness, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm never going to get to cover this with the cultist.
Is this an anime character in here?
It's never going to have time to kill all
What
these
is this model?
things.
But she only killed 2 cultists. That's a little disappointing.
So what's Celestine? What can she do movement-wise? Can she boost her movement in any way?
You'll be fine.
No.
Don't worry.
Say again?
Shoot your bull pistol.
No.
No, she's got a 12-inch move. And heavy flamer.
I don't think this is a Donavor model, Shuma.
It's a
Right? That's not a Donavor model. The Donavor models look terrible. This is pretty high fidelity.
Technically not a Master Crafted Power Sword, but that's its stat. So.
Like the standard sisters are Donavor models, and the Imagifier is a Donavor model, right? Yeah, that's some classic Dawn of War texturing right there. Glorious. Look how good it looks.
Yeah.
Do we know the final score of the Tyranid game? Good question. Let's take a look and see if it got posted. Pod 10.
Do we end up just hidden? I don't know.
Oh man, Clark, we were both very wrong about this final score, but not in a fun way. Unfortunately, Headstrong wins 36 to our HCP Zephyr 15. Cool. Zephyr looks like failed to kill. We left around turn 3, and Zephyr. And Headstrong had begun pulling ahead with 5-point turns. It looks like Zephyr was able to score no additional secondaries, hold on turns 4 and 5, and then was tabled turn 6. Woof. Big congratulations to Headstrong, though. Taking first place in a pod with Grey Knights, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
Grey Knights on the board for T5S2.
It just exposes master obsession.
And I think that pulls Headstrong ahead of me for best Grey Knight player on the circuit. I was like top place with a third somehow.
The exorcists, especially now I've lost the +1 to hit on 2s.
Shuma, the Canoness has an extremely sultry hip sway. Yeah, it was 13-15 was the last, and then it just went downhill for the Tyranids after that. Interesting game. Unfortunately, some mistakes made by both players, and definitely, I think the Grey Knights getting way ahead. Just made a bunch of charges, like every charge. Easy game.
So if he shoots the Repentia, gets rid of those.
Shuma, does that mean that the pods have 9 Raptors winners and a Grey Knight? No, that's not true.
Then the Scorpius can fire then.
It's interesting. I don't know exactly what all of the winners are. It is certainly a lot of Raptors for sure.
And rerolls off on a master round. So then what's this?
We can blame Dan P and CBRN for those for the most part.
Because I've been super lucky so far with those. I think I have to expose the master possession, aren't I?
Let's take a look through the top couple players and see. So I know, Dan P and Cullen, first and second currently in the series, both dropping in some Raptors. Nick Rose won a pod with Salamanders. So we have a pure Salamanders getting in there. And then Cryogen, Phil Barfoot coming in. Pod 9 winning with Chaos Space Marines, so Lord of Skulls.
No.
Tomb King in... Oops. Let me close my window. Tomb King in 5th. No wins, though.
Could hide him on top of the wall.
Can they go on top there? Is that a level?
If they can balance, I don't see why not. They're infantry. So they don't have the if it fits rule.
Is this on top of the linear walls here?
Yeah. This one in the corner here. Can you go on there?
You can't stand models on top of anything but the ruins on the long table edges. You know, the big double, the 2 floored ruins.
That solves that one.
That is in the packet, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, this is going to take a while to think about what I'm doing here with this.
And also, it fits its hits. It does apply to infantry in T5S2. Because you have to fit your entire base on top. We have seen that be problematic for 40 mil infantry in the past.
Yes.
As the rule probably should be, realistically.
As well. Maybe he just sits there and shoots those. But I've got these characters. I need to be using the combat abilities to get this stuff. And the mass possession can easily die. Maybe that's okay then.
We also I streamed my game with Tsung the other day. Finals game for Pod 7. Tsung won. So we have 2 Salamanders winning pods so far. So of the 8, is that right? 9 that have completed. 2 have been Salamanders. 1 has been Lord of Skulls. And then I think the rest are a combination of raptors and some other stuff.
Stop Celestine, just be able to walk over and kick me. No, I think I'm just going to be in a corner for another turn. Yeah, I have to sit in a corner for
I
a
think
turn
I'm
again.
counting 4 raptors.
Okay.
Trade some.
wins
Oh, they need
so
to get
far.
out of those 2 exorcists as well. Nah, yeah, I do need to move.
And then
Oh, yeah,
obviously,
CP, I need to make
Grey
those
Knights
exorcists
have
too slow.
1/1.
That firepower, it's too good. It hurts too much.
How like the Sons of Perturabo to sit in a corner and weep.
So if I go about
Yeah, Shuma, no 65-point castle lands for you.
Um,
That has been... We nipped that right in the bud. Although the ruling that I made would make Obliterators. When the Obliterators got
those
released at
exorcists are gonna
65
have to
points or
move no
whatever they
matter
were,
what.
that would have
This
made
one
them
can
legal.
see. This one's going to see no matter what as well.
So this is an awkward position for Lofear. He's
Yeah.
boxed into a corner. He's staring down 3 exorcists that are going to absolutely tear him up.
And then run the mass position through that room bit there, I guess.
Looks like he can dodge 2 of them.
Oop.
Force him to move.
Stand up. Put that over here. Sit there. Move these yellow guys.
Oh, did you take a moral? Check on the other guys.
Oh, no, I don't think I did. Sorry, no. Let me just kill a bunch of them now. One sec.
Killed 4.
So 4 plus 10 minus leadership 6, so 4.
Ooh, big morale fail here for these guys too.
Champions this one. So.
Thanks.
Oh, that changes that then. So I will run those then. Actually, now they're going to be doing nothing.
Sure.
Just create a blockade here. Okay then. So psychics, I guess. So I'll start off with the prescience on the only tank I can cast it on. Cast. I don't know if you want to try and deny it.
Like, nope. No CP, can't deny anything.
Because you've got so many denies, I can't get in a corner away from them. So, Cursed Earth 8.
That goes off.
Yeah, I'll take it. It goes off at 7, yeah.
I can only deny on a 1d6. So.
Oh really? Oh shit! I thought you could deny it too. And then Infernal Power. 6 goes off, and then Death Hex, I guess.
Death Hex.
Or maybe.
Are we smiting?
Yeah, Death Hex, I think.
We're not smiting? What?
Yep. On the Repentia, obviously.
What?
Okay.
Or I guess
So,
this guy could just shoot them to death.
Shooting then. So
All right.
the Collar of Skulls will shoot its Storm Cannon at the 2 Repentia to try and guarantee killing those. And then it'll fire its Ica Cannon at the Seraphim.
You must mean the Gatling Cannon.
Can you shoot at the Repentia, was that though?
Yeah.
Because I am in combat with your Scorpius.
So let's see. A core load of scores can shoot if there are enemy unit models within 1 inch of it, as long as all the models have the infantry keyword. In this case, it can shoot enemy units that are within 1 inch of it, or any other visible enemy unit that is within range and more than 1 inch away from any friendly models. Oh, does that mean that I can't? Wait.
I don't know, so I'm going to trivia on this.
Any other visible enemy unit that is within range and more than 1 inch away. Ah, no, I don't think I can. I should have read that first. Tip. Okay.
Because I would say I would lean towards that you can, honestly, but this is it's a TO ruling, so
I mean, Trevor can look at it too. I don't think I can because it says or any I can shoot any blah 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 or any other visible enemy unit that is within range and more than 1 inch away from any friendly models. So that, I guess that means my friendly models. I'd imagine.
yeah. I mean,
That's I should have read that first. It's too late at night or too early in the morning. To be fair.
Yeah, let me take a look real quick.
No,
Sure.
I think it's pretty clear that I can't. I should have read it and then I moved my Scorpius away. It'd have been fine, but
no, because of the all content makes me feel like you can, but again, I'm not absolutely sure.
So I'll fire the cultists into them then. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
You can just
5.
start with the cultist and then wait while we're waiting for Trevi.
So 6, so 12 plus the 4, so 16. If that's the case, then do you mind if I put presence on something else other than the Scorpius? As it's pointless knowing that.
Oh, I thought.
Just put on the Lord of
I
Skulls
thought
instead.
you were putting it on this Lord of Skulls.
Is that okay?
Can you put it on Lord of Skulls?
16. So 4s, and then 4s. 3 cultist associate.
3, 6. You die.
Do it. And then I guess then this Lord of Skulls will shoot it. How greedy did you get? Man, what waste that is there. Damn. Should have read the rules. So this guy then will fire his. We fires Gorestorm, I guess, at the Seraphim. I guess he's got to. Can't have the metal pistols there. And then it's Ica Cannon at the Exorcist at the back. Maybe. Or just try and get lucky. Yeah.
So I'm reading it again, right? The Lord of Skulls thing, and I would strongly favor that you can shoot because there's an or condition.
Because it's an or condition.
Yeah, so in the case it can shoot enemy enemy unit that's within 1 inch of it, or any other visible enemy unit that's within range of more than 1 inch away from any model.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, with the word, the or does make it a bit of a crazy sentence, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it can either shoot the units that is in combat with, or it can shoot out of it with something else that's not within 1 inch. All right, okay. Should we wait for Trevi's ruling on it, or because it'll kind of dictate what I do with the other Common Lord of Skulls? So.
Yeah, so I'm having a look here in absence of an FAQ, which I can't find any reference to this ability or similar abilities. typically when a unit's able to fire while it's within an inch of an enemy, it will specify that the example I'm looking at specifically is pistols. It will specify that you can fire even if the target is within an inch of other friendlies. In this case, it doesn't have that clause, so I would say that you, if the unit is engaging you and something else, then you would not be able to shoot at it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have read that first. It's too early in the morning. So this guy then will shoot.
If you wanted to throw pressure at something else, I'm fine with that.
I'll just put on this lot of scores then if that's okay.
Yeah,
So he'll ghost on the Seraphim, I guess, and then he'll Ica.
Yeah, sorry about
Security's
going silent there,
Exorcist.
chat. And I assume my computer's making all sorts of
Yeah,
beeps
he'll Ica the.
as I was
No, 'cause Ica can't.
as I was
D3 damage. We don't
searching
find.
through stuff. But for the most part, it looks like units that can shoot while within an inch of an enemy need to have a separate clause that specifies that the enemy has to be outside of 1 inch of friendly units,
With the Seraphim.
which the Lord of Skulls does not.
8.
7. Oh, 8. You got
Leader's
3.
8.
That's fine. Yeah, so he'll Gore Storm them, and then I'll chuck an Ica at the Rhino.
Okay.
Get lucky on an explosion. So Ica at the Rhino. Nice big 6 shots would be nice. No 1, 2s. Hits.
I would. I'd be happy to be proven wrong in that ruling
Goes
chat,
through.
but
Oh, you got bonus, sorry.
given that I can't find anything
D3
Yeah.
damage.
concrete about it,
Doesn't
and
matter.
that's where we're gonna go for now.
1. Ugh. And then 12
Pretty
shots
unfortunate.
to
Probably should just
Seraphim.
smite those guys. You have 2 smites potentially in the list, in the area right there, and then it removes the entire question.
Oh no, there were a couple on the edge of the board that I think will count.
So 2s.
In this spot, they kind of still count. I don't know why.
6 explodes. 2s.
Rerolling ones, you did get all of your powers off.
There you go.
5 ups. A lot of 5 ups, but not enough. Seraphim died.
And I guess charge this, then hopefully it's really hard to measure. There we go. So hopefully I can charge this a magnifier with a lot of skulls, and the Repentia will be closer, so I can consolidate back to them. As long as I roll a 3. My charge. Excellent.
Oh, I was
Let's see.
going to check a crack grenade, but
Yeah, chat. The issue is that
no,
being able to target things that are outside of an inch of
wasn't
other
expecting
friendly models
anything.
is a condition of shooting, and other ranged weapons or units that can fire out of melee specify whether or not they ignore that condition. Lords of Skulls do not, so we're going to assume that they don't ignore it.
2. Yeah. Do you cause any wounds?
No.
So
Just wish.
Right, yeah, Mogwai. Yeah, otherwise it would say
Do you want me to just pull away my?
you can shoot as long as the
say again.
mind.
Actually, one extra.
yeah, it would specify if I think if it meant for it to.
I don't know what the defensive
shot
stats
into
of a
melee
magnifier
with
are.
multiple
It's even
units.
worth rolling this, or...
I mean, honestly, it should specify one way or another because they're
There you go.
extremely inconsistent with
Well,
this wording. It
She's
literally
within range of Celestine.
some weapons go both ways, but pistols
No, she's out.
specifically
Whoops.
specify that you can shoot
She's
at
got
things
a
into
5
melee
up
with
as
other
well.
stuff,
Yep.
which says to me that needs to be called out in order for you to be able to do it.
And then I can conceal it back. Oop, don't turn. And then against Repentia.
Let me
I think
just remove them.
the big issue here, I'm looking through other data sheets. The big issue here is that weapons are actually worded both ways.
Die, get miracle,
So there's
miracle
three
one.
wordings to this ability, one of which allows the Lord of Skulls
So,
says
against the kindness.
it doesn't address it at all.
Well, I get to
Some
swing
of
with my
which say that
cannons
you
first
can
because-
shoot into
Yeah, I have
melee
I
as
don't
long
want
as
to take a Repentia to
the,
small wounds, so.
as long as the unit
All
isn't within an
strings.
inch, and some say that you cannot. It looks like. Let's see.
Rerolling the 1. 4 hits, running on 3s. 4-day cultist. I think she's AP 4, so
Yeah, my wet t-shirts can't say that. So 5, back. Pause. I wish you did have Death to the False Emperor. And 3 saves. Go on, lads.
3 ups.
Oh. The morale test. Oh. Yeah, I should have walked away from you. I wasn't really thinking. I know I get heroic to me anyway, so not sure to do. Right, so I get. Don't get hold, so I get.
Kill more for sure.
Kill more.
I killed
Butcher's
2.
Bill.
3. I killed 3.
Bobby Halls, the
how many
wording
did
on
you kill,
pistols is that a model can fire a pistol
they
even if
killed
there are
the-
enemies
you
within
did
an inch of
cry,
its
yeah,
unit.
sorry.
And the squad. So
Yeah,
Blah
so
blah
we
blah. Some
can roll
other
on that.
qualifiers. In such
So you
circumstances,
kill
the model can shoot
Adventure,
its pistol even if other
Magifier,
friendly
and
units are within an inch of the same
Sorcerer.
enemy unit. The Corn of Lord of Skulls does not say
Okay.
that.
So I get hold more somehow. So if you're terrible, absolutely terrible morale roll.
Terrible at playing it at 3:30 in the morning, to be honest. Yeah, go on, buddy. Over to you.
Okay. Miracles. Oh, at end of the fight phase, I gain a miracle for killing something. So 2. Start of round. So 2. Reroll that was litanies. And a 1. So I have 1 and a 4. Litanies is used up for this turn. Alright.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. My goal is to hardline rules as written until people complain to GW, in which hopefully to the point that they
7.
change the rule. That's where I'm coming from. So we're gonna play rules as written until the day the game is fixed or GW, I don't know, dies. We're gonna play rules as written, even when it's stupid, even when tremor shells exist.
Well,
But for real though, like this is stuff that I think if people have issue with these rules, which I mean in this case
Advancing.
specifically, the rule is incredibly vague and
12.
has multiple different wordings over different data sheets in the game. Like this is stuff that we should be going to GW with and sending to their
you can
rules
tell he's a
FAQ
very
team,
brave man.
because that's the way that that change gets made.
5. 4 inches. More inches here. Not move the rhino yet. .9.
Yeah, Yishuma, that's sort of, I think that's sort of kind of implied as part of the movement rule, where you can't be moved through models. But it is weird because for the most part, sort of your model is
And then I'm just
ignored.
going to advance.
You just can't pass through another model. But if you have a hull,
2 inches.
then it's not ignored, so you would move vertically over it. It's bizarre. I think the rules are written to play the game sort of two-dimensionally, except that they don't explicitly say that, and that creates problems.
Imagine if I was advancing, but I'm only moving an extra inch, so not rolling. This one's squad. And this whole lot.
Yeah, it's sort of.
Keeping an apple.
It seems like
Nah, sorry, I'm vaping.
the
I keep putting myself on mute, but I just missed it. Where's that? Yeah.
The rules try to treat the game as if it's played on a two-dimensional plane, right? And that models are sort of have no colliders and move through each other and will just bounce outside of each other if they collide. But that's not, that's nowhere is that explicitly stated. People should go read either, I'm going to toot my own horn here. Either read the Breachstorm rules or read the MCP, Marvel Crisis Protocol rules. And both of them sort of very clearly define how models are meant to interact in the battle space, or in the play space. And MCP specifically very, very concretely treats the entire game, regardless of its three-dimensionality, as a 2D plane. And actually removes all of this, 100% of this ambiguity in movement. And it's kind of insanity that GW doesn't pick something like that up.
Yeah, maybe that was CP to do that thing at this point. Yeah, it's tough as I can't get to those exorcists. Ignoring AP2 means I can't just shoot a Gorestorm cannon at them, reliably thinking I'll kill one. But ignore AP2 is so good.
Luke, no, I developed Breachstorm. I didn't develop MCP.
Yep.
I'm friends with most of the people who did develop MCP, but I didn't have a hand in that, unfortunately.
I used to think I could, but it's only infantry.
You thought you... Alright.
Yeah. Shooting. Well, Celestine is going to flame your cultist.
Yeah, of course.
Number of shots.
But that's mostly because
One
they're all ex privateer press people, and I
That's the cultist.
was pretty heavy into the privateer press community for ages.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Forgot to move her. Oh well.
Actually, is that better to take the other one? Maybe we'll take that. Actually, no, I can't. This is champion.
So it seems like
let
we're
champion
in this
die.
game in particular. We're pretty quickly gonna
Where is he?
kind of run rampant for Rentar here.
Yeah, we'll let the
another
champion die
Repentia
and
unit came
just deal with
down,
this
or
stuff.
Sororitas unit, or Seraphim unit, excuse me. Didn't get to shoot, so we're just leaving them outside the line of sight. Makes sense to me.
Tolerant.
And then hopefully we knock this guy out with 3 exorcists and see how the game goes.
Okay. Oh. I also forgot to move my Canoness over here, so that's good with you. Because she's inside the building and I didn't see her from my side of the table.
Yeah, go for it. Maybe if you need to.
Nah, that's fine. Not really like she's gonna be doing anything anyway. Strength 5 against a Corn Lord of Skulls is not a winning outcome. So gonna start with back exorcist into this guy.
The one that didn't move, yeah?
Yep. Did the number of shots. 4 shots. All hit.
Well, yeah, the difference there, Shuma, is that they
2
were
wounds.
over each other, not on, or one model was over the other
Falls this
model, not
time.
on top of the other model.
One
Like, there's
goes
no physical
through,
contact there. It's just that one can
guess
slide
all the
underneath
exes
the
can
other
only
one.
shoot him anyway, can't they? So, I guess.
Well, no, the other 2 can't shoot the guy at the back because his head's sticking out.
Oh, can they? Are they in range as well? I meant, sorry. Are they in range?
They should be.
Yeah, I guess I'll spend the last CP. You're probably still going to want to fire everything to that anyway. So at least it's alive to try and Overwatch. Yeah, it's probably the other play.
So
Yeah.
I think to reroll or feel no pain. So is it a feel no pain or is it a reroll?
I was just thinking then. I think it's best to go for no pain because that helps me if you do fire the other 2 into it because he's only at 19 wounds, so yeah.
1 damage.
1. It's 18.
Right, then this exorcist over here is going to shoot at this guy.
The back one, yeah.
Yep.
At least it kind of
Watch
forces you
out.
to do that, so that one survives a bit better to shoot.
Rerolling
Rolls.
1. Running on 4s. Nothing. Last one is going to shoot at the other one at the back.
The back one again, yeah. Okay.
No, actually, it's going to shoot the one in front. Seven shots. So this is the one with the feel no pain.
Yep. Oh no.
2 wounds.
Ah. 2. 4s. Yeah.
Good. And then I have a ridiculous amount of bolter shots that are going to do absolutely nothing.
Every wound counts, so may as well.
One's in rapid fire range. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just at advance. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 18 shots, I think. On 3s.
All right, bull guns. Let's see what you can do against the Lord of Skulls. I believe in you. I believe in you, girls. Let's roll some 6s.
And
Bunch of
6s.
6s. 2 6s. All right, that wasn't that exciting.
No AP.
And he makes both saves. Exciting stuff.
Yep. Okay. So charges. Celestine is going to charge.
Looks like we whiffed with the Exorcist here. That's unfortunate.
So in your watch.
This turn, not going that well for Rentar. We might actually see Loaf be able to make it back in this game. Only down to 18 on this Lord of Skulls.
Oh, and also your sorcerer's jump back for good measure. Sorry, this is with a bolt gun. I can't hear you. I think you muted yourself.
Oh, sorry, I've been there talking away. Sorry, one. That's the auto gun on Celestine. Sorry.
Okay. Cool. Nope, she
Hey.
fails.
Yeah, got a wound.
Yeah,
on
I
her.
was just saying. Then I'm too tired and sluggish to look at this. I should have sat there and measured it, which colours is best. And I should have took off the other one and measured that distance there to see if it was. And it would have forced you to have to engage the corner of the skulls that you could have overwatched.
If you'd done that, I'd just have shot a shitload of bolters at it.
That's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, because he's hidden there, isn't he? So yeah. So yeah, charge range. What you need?
Good question. Just need a 6.
6.
So I'll just spend a 3 and a 4 to make it in.
Yeah, seems good.
More than an inch. Unfortunate. Oh, hold on.
An
I
inch
get
is there
here.
actually from the walls.
So from here, I'm within that, and I'm within 6 inches of him. Perfect.
Right.
Okay, and then
So there apparently need.
Looks like Celestine's going for the
make a
Master
heroic
Possession.
charge against your Lord of Skulls.
I don't think
Oh,
she's
yeah.
even going for the
Okay.
Lord of Skulls.
So of course. Right. Roll some 6s this time.
There's no reason to charge into Lord of Skulls if you can make it there without touching it.
So
Because
4
it doesn't
hits.
stop it from overwatching, so who cares?
3s. 4.
Yeah, she's going for the snipe
Dead.
here.
Does it
Ashes.
go? Nope.
Oh, that'd be lovely.
Sniping the
And
Master Possession out. Should get him.
well, now that's eaten the Overwatch. The Pensia going to charge. Here, Lord of Skulls Master Possession and the Cultist.
Yeah. So same again. Two hits from that. Here's... So 2 of those.
6 ups. And 2 damage each, right?
Yeah.
5 ups. 3 rolling successes.
Whoa!
God. And then the
Whoa! 2 DPRs
5
5
shots.
shots.
on the Repentia here.
All the 6s, boys. 2 hits. 2s. 3 ones. 2.
6 ups. And
D3.
then
Oop.
D3.
1.
5 up.
Jeez.
Oh well.
Just a nail in the
Touch
coffin there.
distance
Just to,
is
we're gonna rub it in just a little
That'll
bit.
do it.
Oof.
6 plus 3.
No CP for them though. They're not gonna get their +1 to wound. And there's only 5, so significantly less, way less damage expected in this guy. Probably only knock him down a couple wounds.
Little smiley face off down there. And yeah, that's it. Fight, you don't have CP, so you can't interrupt. So
No, go crazy.
gonna start with Celestine. Who's basically gonna stay. Yeah, and she's gonna just dump everything to your master possession.
Yep.
So she has 6 attacks plus 1 for the missionary.
Mhm.
All hit. Wounding on 3s. 6 saves at -3.
Stimulants.
2 damage you swing.
Did.
Okay, and the Repentia.
I think we lost our strength 8.
One of so
right?
they have 4 attacks each right now because of missionary. Wait, no, I got a console.
Because that was from the Magifier, who's dead.
One of them is going
We
to take
just
2
have the
swings
extra
at the
attack from the
cultist.
missionary.
The rest and
Should
all the other
be
attacks. So that's
roughly
20 attacks,
similar.
18 into your Lord of Skulls, 2 into your cultist.
Sure.
So into your cultist. 3 hits.
You
That
did,
is a
definitely.
very
Ugh. And she's wishing for that dice on the
okay. So
Lord of Skulls
18
there.
swings into your Lord of Skulls. Three explosions. So and on 5s.
Oh, that's a good roll. That's what we call a pretty good roll.
So 4s.
5s.
Oh, yeah. 'cause
Oh,
it's the always one, isn't it?
boy.
Yep.
2, 4, 6. So 10.
Woo. That's a lot.
8.
Still alive, though. Still alive, and he's not kicking, but he is slashing.
Not like it really matters with the 2 weapons you have.
So you've not based me, have you? So
I'm consolidating 2 base.
damn it, I should have said anything.
Uh,
Okay,
the-
so just sweep on you then. So
You should probably have gone with the Repentia first. But then your Lord of Skulls would have had a better symbol.
he's down a bracket.
Mhm.
So he's got 8 left. So he's got 6 attacks to 8. So who's no explosions there anymore. 2s. 13.
5 ups because of Celestine. Then D3 damage.
2s.
More like R.I. Pencha, am I right?
5 ups. 2 die.
Yep.
5 ups rerolling. 2 more dead. 3 more dead. They're all dead. That's 5.
Goodbye, Repentia. You've repented your last.
And then I'll consolidate.
Do Arco-Flagellants see much play?
And I
They
got
did
1 miracle for the
initially,
Repentia.
but I do not believe that they do anymore. They've been basically entirely superseded by Repentia.
Which is a 6. And then
That's what people
nothing
were,
else, right?
when the book first came out, people were really scared of them.
Right,
You got no
and then I get
shenanigans.
1 more for killing something. Which is a 2. And I used mine up already.
So,
The issue is that they can't make
so when
automatic
Celestine
charges,
dies,
right?
does she get back immediately or at the end of the phase?
End of the phase.
End of the phase.
So I only have 2 wholly entire deployment zones. So I only get 1 for behind enemy lines. And I don't get, and I forgot about recon, so I don't even get that because I'm stupid. Yes.
Also, only 1
Still
damage on
1.
Arco-Flag.
Well, I guess I'm not restricted really where I need to be anymore. So, what's this guy's movement now? It goes down to 7. So heals a
And I
wound,
get
so
a
it's down to 9.
I get the bonus.
Yep. This guy's fully wounded, so I guess we just get involved over here. So she's got a 4 pimp on, yeah? Celestine.
Yep.
Yeah, she might not automatically getting 12-inch charges every time is a pretty big downside. And it's just watching this game out. It is interesting.
Cheeky.
We did see a big spike in damage output from these two, from the Lords of Skulls, when they were hitting the Rhinos. We are seeing the Ignore AP 1 and 2 really hurting them right now.
There you go. So my fingers are getting lazy with this now. So 2 inches away, that's fine.
And it does seem like they're having a little trouble with all these infantry. There's not really any sweeping in this list. Like, you're relying entirely on the Lords of Skulls. Rentar's doing an excellent job of keeping them from getting into the Battle Sisters units, but we'll see if that's about to fall apart here.
So let's keep presence going.
It looks like Lords of Skulls could actually two Lords of Skulls could wrap something. if you put something in between their big cow pushers here. Or
so 7.
Like, you could try point somebody here, and 1 point on the other Lord, right? And you couldn't move through. Yikes.
So if I Death X Celestine. Sorry, did you say she gets back up at the end of the phase? Did you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just where she is.
Outside of combat. So if she dies while in combat, she pops out a bit further away.
So if she dies from shooting where she is, does she just stay there?
Yeah. Comes back with full wounds. So.
Okay, so Death X her.
I'm not actually sure whether Death X will stay on her if she dies, because she's destroyed. She counts as a kill. And I have never had this come up.
Yeah. Again, another question for Trevi. Does Death X stay on the model? What's the wording on its thing? Does she just come back to what's the wording on her resurrection?
So
I mean, I'll probably still do it just for shooting alone anyway, but
yeah. Celestine specifically is the first time this model is destroyed, roll 1d6 at the end of the phase. On a 2+, return this model to play with all its wounds remaining, placing it as close as possible to its previous position and more than 1 inch away from enemy models.
So the word return depends how that's depicted, I guess. I don't know. So if this one, what time of that? I just don't bother with prescience, I guess. Then
he is casting at -2, by the way.
Oh, what's that from? Sorry. What's the range on it?
18.
18. I don't know if I can get out of that.
Nope. Guess you could have been here, but
that means I can't walk time the thing.
Yeah.
Alright, actually then I'll have to jiggery pokery around to get out of 18 then.
It have had. Sorry, it slipped my mind until I started.
No, it's super late, so it's hard to try and play. I guess then if I just put him there and then just swap the Lords of Skulls. Thanks. Right, in which case I'll just swap the Lords of Skulls and him around. So if I go out the 18 bit, and then you're still visible, yeah. And then I just put this on the this one here.
Couldn't quite have gone that
So
far.
just so you know, any abilities that would be on Celestine when she's removed and then returned would still apply until their normal expiration time.
Okay.
They would.
So, could this guy have gone quite that far?
So
Because he started
so many
here.
rulings they have to look up.
Thanks.
in this game.
That
Good
about right?
questions by the players so
Yeah.
far.
And then I just put her in there. Okay. So, I'll cast Death X, I guess. Probably won't even go off, to be honest. It needs needs an 8, so. It does go off. And then warp time. That's 6 goes
What a
off.
warp time for like the first time in the entire game. I'm gonna push your Lord of Skulls up the table. Here we go.
.4. I should be an inch away from whoever needs to be here. I don't know how the units. Oh, you label them 4s and 5s, right? Yeah. Okay. Right. So shooting. The cultists will shoot at the missionary.
Mm-hmm.
No, he gets +1 run from Celestine, doesn't he? So we'll shoot Celestine first. So
He
the
doesn't.
Lord's.
He doesn't, but he has his 4 base.
Oh, he just gets a 4 up in button. Alright, okay. Right, so we'll shoot the cultist at him. So 3. So 6 are within rapid fire. So 12 +4, so 16. Probably do nothing. So 4s.
Ooh.
And 4s. 4 wins.
All 4 fails
Perhaps.
here. Boom. Yeah, it takes
Takes
2.
2.
Got him.
And this Lord of Skulls, then the wounded one, will dump its Gore Storm into Celestine. And if it's text to stay, so yeah, dump its Gore Storm into Celestine and its Ica into the missionary.
Right.
Yes. Just want to get rid of them anyway. Yeah, I'll do that. So Ica into the missionary. 4 shots.
Did you get pre-gens off or anything? Or no, you used
No,
warp time.
I can only cast 2 spells, so I just did Warp Time and Death X.
So what are we thinking at this point, chat?
Wait,
But think
How are
about
we
it,
feeling about this
there was
matchup?
actually probably no point in Death X.
Your thing doesn't explode.
The Repentia are dealt with. Looks like we're gonna see Celestine probably get killed this turn, as well as a bunch of Battle Sisters. But there's 3 Exorcists and there's 4 Inferno Pistols still hanging out for Rentar. Last turn, not doing that much damage is hurting a lot, I think. Although the melee did hit really hard.
Celestine.
Do you think that all these guns can knock out the Lords of Skulls?
My brain is fried,
Seems
so
to me we might-
there's actually no point in Death X, and I should just prescience.
We might have.
Just looking at the thing then. 2s. It's not many 7 forts.
Might see one get killed next turn, but it seems unlikely to me. We might just see the wounded one taken out.
We will do the Scorpius will fire into the Seraphim.
Mm-hmm.
9 shot.
Ooh, and the Seraphim are Bloody Rose, so they're going to get roasted by this. Ooh, yikes. Yikes bikes.
Please. That. And then 2s. 6.
-2, right?
APT, yeah. So 4 ups.
To go down.
And then again. 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 hits, 2s, 3.
All up. Yeah, let's spend the 6 on the last one.
Okay. So there's 1 chick left with a melted yet.
Are the Repentia not saving on 5s there?
No, those aren't
Oh.
Repentia. Those are.
Sorry, the Seraphim. That's what I meant.
-2. They recover.
don't Iron Warriors ignore cover?
Not the vehicles, only bikes, hellbrutes, and troops.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Infantry, so.
No worries.
I wish they did though.
Weird.
And then the last one here in the middle.
That's bizarre.
I need to shoot this Exorcist, so I'll shoot the 10-weed Exorcist. Threes. Fours. So 5 3-up saves.
Into the Exorcist.
Yeah. And I'll do a Ica cannon after. So it does 2 damage. And the Ica cannon. Oops.
Okay, so that's 2 damage so far.
4 shots. Oh, lagged. 5s. Oh, that's good. So 3 -4s.
Except damage.
3d3. 5.
Plus 2 for.
Oh,
So
Brackets
this is
and Exorcist.
2 more pins,
Almost dead.
6.
And on a 4. Ooh. Getting low, but it's only 1 out of 3. Need more than that.
Yep, so do you want to get back up with Celestine?
Don't roll a 1 here,
2+.
Rentar. Let's get a. Let's see a 2+. There you go. There's a
I
6.
mean, it's a 2+. It's not like Guilliman 4 or whatever.
So the Corner of Skulls will charge Celestine.
Okay, she gets her Flamer. Oh, sorry, she died in your shooting phase, so I get a miracle. At the end of the phase, because that's considered a character death. I think. Let me double check that. Sorry, because this is something I keep forgetting myself. So any miracle dice. The character is destroyed. It doesn't have an exception, so yeah, I do get that one. So she gets a Flamer. 4 shots. One wound, -1.
That's good. I'm just gonna 2 inches away, so I'm just gonna bop an inch on you. Boop. And the other one, so what we've got here, we've got
I
number
think you gotta
4.
go a bit further because the spikes don't count as hull. Yeah, that's fine.
There you go. So you got 4 and 5 here.
Seconds.
What's this magnifier do here?
Ignore -2 AP.
Ignore -2 AP. Oh my god. I may as well sweep attack you then. Alright, which can I get to her if I charged? Yeah. So I'll charge the magnifier, the orange. And I guess I'll have to charge the purple then as well.
Okay.
Yep.
So purple's throwing a crack grenade and shooting. Then the other 2 are throwing crack grenades. But I have to do purple first, crack grenade.
Unless you kill me, I'm going to charge 7.
So that's 2 hits. Ending on 6s. Nope. And then 2 crack grenades from the Magifier plus the other one. Nope. Rolling ones. Nothing.
And I go 7, so basically want to go. I want to go like that, right?
Exactly 1 inch away.
So Can you split your attacks between your tracks and your cleaver, your big thing?
What does that mean?
I don't know.
So many questions have come up in this game. Never happened in other games. When attacking this weapon, choose one profile. No, you can't. So, if you don't know an AP2, I guess I've just got to use my big cleaver. 4 attacks. And just dump them into the magnifier.
Hold on. This canoness is going to Pure intervene.
Yeah, sure.
Might as well.
What's the defensive stats in the magnifier? Is it 5 up, is it?
3 up and 6 up. The other
6
one had a
up.
5 up because of her own aura.
No feel, no pain on this one, though.
This one gets 6 up, feel no pain.
Oh, 6 up, no pain.
Well, feel no pain.
Teamingers, I've got 4 attacks, and I've got no rerolls of any sort. I guess I will just dump everything into the magnifier. How many magnifiers like that do you have, actually, that you know AP2? Do you have another one?
Yeah, back here.
Oh, the back, yeah. Alright, yeah, so I'll just have to get rid of that here, I think. So, 4 attacks, 3s, and then 2s. So 3.
6 ups. She's very dead. I mean, I could roll for this. And you can see out of that 18 damage, she did 16. So she's only dead 4 times over.
And then it gets Celestine. So
Do the smash.
I think I may use a 6 smash as well, because I've got 6 attacks. So watch this guy fluff it now as well.
Oh! Oh no.
So 2's the wounds.
Wait, what?
1.
Yikes.
Right, and then I pick a 5 from my miracle pool and she passes.
That's so
Wow.
embarrassing. Oh my god.
Well, she's Death X, right?
Ah.
Alright.
Damn you, Lords of Skulls. Damn you. And then I consolidate and touch you, I guess.
Sure.
Celestine needs Celestine need a 6 to pass with the
Oh right, there's
the armor
text.
save?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
'cause-
Sorry.
What's that?
I forgot about Death Hex, sorry. Nope, she dies. Okay.
Here we go. Yeah,
With
the
our console
smashing
Maybe the other way.
the smash profile is a -4,
let's
so
just get in there.
she would only be saving
Two
on a 6
used
there
to-
with a 2 up save.
Just throwing a good number out there for a save.
That would have been funny though if she had
So,
survived that. Only hitting 1 time is pretty
If you
unfortunate
don't
for
mind, I'm
that
just
Lord
gonna
of Skulls.
pile in with purple as well. Save time.
Yep. That's it.
But unfortunately, I'm not sure that the I'm not sure that these Lords of Skulls could chop through enough
so 10 of them,
Sororitas to make this
1
work.
attack each plus 2 for each
Rentart may
superior,
actually
14
literally be
attacks.
able to wrap this Lord of Skulls with her other squad and pin it so that the other one can't
Hitting
shoot.
on force.
Because they
Not gonna
shoot could
bother
move and
rolling.
charge,
Not gonna matter.
which would be really funny,
2 saves, no AP.
especially if you can shoot this guy to
Yeah.
death. But I
He
don't
hates
think
one
it
of
makes a big difference because it can still shoot in melee.
I'm amazed. And then the Canoness, 5 attacks. Rolling 1 for herself, 2 explosions. Strength 5, so wounding on 5. 3 saves on your inbound.
What damage are
Oof.
these?
D3.
Ooh.
Just 2.
Pings it a little bit.
Alright. So,
Definitely killed more. Still not holding anything.
Butcher's built.
And big game.
Big
Hunter's
game, I
built.
think I'd have got now because you.
Yeah.
I think Loaf's pick of ground control here is
Yeah.
really gonna really hurt him.
Right.
I don't think there's any universe in which he scores ground
the timer
control
ticking on your turn. Oops.
Oh,
Fault.
so
in this
I don't think
good.
so.
in this
We got
scenario.
this time.
Yeah.
I've got like
Right.
2 models.
We'll see how Rentar responds here. She
My
may
turn.
decide
Oh, I gotta take
to.
a moral for them.
Oh yeah.
But I burned the 1, but I also get 1 for the fight phase because I lost the character before.
She might decide to pull back and elect to start
Then start off round.
firing at the
turn.
healthier Lord of
Reroll one of
Skulls.
those 2s.
Looks like Andy has blocked LOS
dice,
to the
so good.
to the wounded Lord of Skulls. I think that might
Yeah.
be the play, is to
Love him.
just shoot this one. It gives Andy the best efficacy on his Demon Engine reroll, but I'm not sure, or wound healing, but I'm not sure it's going to make a big difference in this situation. I almost wonder if you don't send this Seraphim this way to try to engage the cultists. With a 3-up save, she may be able to keep them at bay and hopefully stifle their movement so that they don't get any closer to the objectives. Although that said, the bolters here might just kill them. We're really seeing the resilience of these Lords of Skulls, though.
Falling back.
Just in their ability to eat, so much random chip damage.
Falling back.
We're at a point where, the 7 Faces 3 subscribed. Thanks, 7 Faces. We're at a point where we're almost
Falling back.
we're at a level where a normal knight would have died. I think with the amount of damage that they've taken. But these guys they just keep coming. The Lords of Skulls.
Yeah.
And really, it's this Valorous Heart plus the Imagifier ability keeping them alive, keeping the
Okay.
sisters alive. But all the Imagifiers are down except for this one protecting the Exorcists. That's a big deal. It means these Sororitas troops are going to start going down. Rentar would like to be at this stage of the game 1 turn a little further on so that she can guarantee herself another
Right, this is
4
such a
or
fancy
5 point turn on primaries. But non-zero chance. We see a Sisters unit knocked out here. Depends entirely on how much damage Rentar is able to do in her shooting phase.
Gonna start with her into this guy.
The Melter Woman, yeah.
Yep. 2 shots. Both hit. Running on 4s. Both wound.
Oh man,
Aw.
that's big.
No. Not like
2 Inferno
Not
Pistol
like
wounds into
this.
this Lord of Skulls. Yikes.
this. Double 5.
2 5-ups?
Aw.
No 5-ups. Oh, that might just kill it, actually.
First one
Yikes.
does
Big yikes.
4 damage.
Spend the CP. I spend the Miracle Dice.
And then the second one I'm spending a 5.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
oh, brutal.
Oh,
Nope.
That is brutal. That's going to open up all of this stuff to start hammering into this remaining Lord of Skulls. Oh boy. That's the power of Miracle Dice right there, especially when you've been
okay. And then all the
especially when you've
exorcists.
been accruing them all game.
I'm going to shoot into the other Lord of Skulls.
Yeah.
Starting with the very injured one. Number of shots. 5 shots. 2 on 1. So 3 hits. Next one. When hitting the other one that's hitting on 4s, the one that moved.
Yeah, I did it same time. It's fine.
No, I'm rolling the hits. I'm rolling the hits separately and then I'll roll the ones together.
Okay.
Put it aside. So this one's hitting on 3s because they're moving so full. So all of these together. 6 saves.
Three go through.
9.
9 damage. Oof. Boom. 2 more of those. This guy's dead.
This...
That's brutal. And it's only going to get better for Rentar from here as less of her tanks need to move to get
And
those
then I
lines of
have,
sight.
So orange and purple fell back. So I have 3 crack grenades to throw, I guess.
I'd like to see some bolters go into these cultists
starting
because
with
that's
these
the
2,
last of Loaf's Obsec, and
all
Rentar can really,
their bolters are
Yeah, there
going
we
here.
go.
And 2 cracks into the
she
guy.
can really start
And 2
beating
cracks into
down
Yep.
the
bolter-
cultists, and
2 crack grenades.
that Obsec becomes extremely valuable at this stage of the game.
Hit. No wounds, and then 8 shots into your cultist. T-shirt saves.
Wet t-shirt competition. Nope. No one's involved.
Okay, and then over here, 1 more crack grenade plus all the bolter shots into your lot of skulls.
Yep.
So, bolter shots.
You're not real on those ones from the cannonist, no?
No, too far away.
Oh, that's...
Nothing, and crack grenade. Misses. Okay. And
Yeah.
then a bunch of blink bolter shots. 5 shots, maybe? No, 6 shots, because one of them's in rapid fire range. Okay. Two saves, no AP.
2 threes.
Blink the wound. Amazing.
Bing.
Is that your last shot of the turn?
Yeah.
I'll just, because he'll heal once, I'll just leave it.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's probably worth rolling
Okay.
that charge out.
Everything? Morale?
Killed something in the shooting phase. No, I'm gonna charge. What are you talking about?
Oh, right, okay.
Killed something in the shooting phase, so I get a 5. Okay. And then these battle sisters are gonna charge these guys.
He's a 10 here.
Sure. How many within 12? Yeah,
We have the Miracle Dice to
3.
automatically make it.
3.
That could turn off the Scorpius for a
So
turn and keep
6,
these
7,
sisters
9.
safe.
Two hits. Thank you. 1 wound.
What? These their strengths fall?
No wounds, sorry. Yeah, it's got to that point.
Okay, so gonna take an 11-inch charge.
Yeah.
Here they come.
Okay. Good enough. And yeah, why not? The Seraphim's going to try the same charge. I don't expect she'll make it, but no, she didn't make it. Okay. Pal ends. So the Scorpius is still the closest.
So Loaf this turn
Okay,
has
so I
the
have
option. His Scorpius is
swings
about to be
5 swings into
touched
these
and
guys.
potentially wrapped, which will suck for him. But he has the
One
option
pause.
to take a shot here, take a shot here, try to
Just
kill
explode.
both of those, charge here, kill them to hold objective 2.
T-shirt saves.
What
Go.
shits? Oh
Give
yeah.
him kill, hold, kill more. This turn, they'll tie on hold more. Fortunately, he's down
And then
so far right
consolidate,
now.
3 inches over the wall.
So annoying that.
This ground control pick is like so It's very bizarre for me,
Push
honestly.
up against the wall, but I don't really care.
5 cultists
Just
back.
if that one model was the only important thing.
Yeah. 2 saves.
3 ups. All good.
We should
Anything else, Bob?
see
Yes.
Loaf max his Butcher's Bill one of these turns.
3 attack.
Unfortunately, he has to wipe all of these obsec so he can knock out the
Don't they hit on 5s?
the Holdmorse that Rentar's getting every turn.
Good question. See.
Brandolph in the chat. This game's a lot closer than we thought. Yeah, definitely. People are making it sound like the
I thought it
sisters
went from
were.
like 5-4-3, and the other one was 3-4-5.
People are
Feels
making it
silly
sound like
'cause
the
it's
sisters are
I
hardcore favorite in
rolled
this
triple
matchup,
five
and it
against
definitely looks like they have a leg
Repentia
up, but
before,
it's not. You still got to play the game out. It's not an automatic
yeah,
thing. And now that the
didn't
Imagifiers
realize,
is dead,
Oh yeah,
I,
this
I
5.
went,
Oh, silly.
yeah, because I didn't look it up back then. Then I looked it up between the turns, like
2 wounds.
minus
Minus nothing.
3. So 6 ups. 2 die.
It killed 2. Yeah, go on, lads. You're gonna auto pass morale anyway. Okay. My go?
Grab a 2, spend a 2, whatever. They pass.
Yeah, that's fine.
And
Morale
scoring.
for my guys.
Kill 1, hold 1, bonus. Get recon, get behind enemy lines.
I think we're all 1 for the cultists, I think. They should send on the guy. No, they don't. Okay. So,
Down to 2 units.
that you can, start to shoot.
I do think that
Anyway.
the days of this
Um,
Lord of Skulls are numbered. Loaf does have to dedicate a shot somewhere to kill this.
wish I had swapped out Smite
Seraphim?
on Sorcerer. Handy.
Oh, did he Tomo Zinch out his
Yes.
Smite here? Ooh, that's not good. Don't want to do that, especially if you're trying to punch through armor saves with a bunch of AP negation. But I think he's got to kill the Inferno Pistol lady because she just straight up killed the other Lord of Skulls, and she could do the
That
same thing
-2
this
is
turn.
Cool.
With a couple miracle
So we
dice in the
need
barrels of her
a-
guns there, we could see her
A 3 on each roll.
plaster this guy for a bunch and get finished off by
Let's
the
get Crescents off.
Exorcists. I do think the
Or I can
Exorcists
go
are
and
going to
have
win it for Rentar.
Scorpions.
This Lord of Skulls maybe has 2 more turns left in it before it's dead. And then even then, Rentar is down to having Exorcists versus the random characters that Loaf has in this Scorpius. Scorpius that can fairly easily be engaged by random stuff.
Yeah, I think he attempts to run. Nah, he's just got to eat that and just try and get your head. Get melted. Do you have any 6s? No. Yes, this moves away. Nah, he has to go and help them. He does. Being itch away from me.
Yeah, just not a high enough volume of attacks here for
Pretty
Loaf.
sure your sorcerer will
He's
kill him.
crap in combat, I think. He's He's terrible, isn't he? 3 attacks, 4 on the charge.
It'll be 3s and 2s. Oh, he's a sword. Oh,
Got
3s and
side of
3s.
pink bubble.
At least the
Nothing's
sword's
got
good at this
damn
stage of the
Seraphim in
game.
middle. What's
Staff would be only minus 1 AP. And the sword is going to ignore all of that AP negation
this is
that the
terrible.
Valorous Heart sisters
Yeah,
have.
we'll have to do that. So he will cast.
Whoa, what a game, ladies and gentlemen. This has been an exciting one.
Himself.
A couple odd rules interactions that we've discovered so far.
Goes off.
Some interesting
And
judge
he'll
calls that made by the
cast-
players. But it's going right down to it. I do think Rentar is in the driver's seat here, but we did have her blank a
Attacks on
turn of
the
shooting with the
sisters.
Exorcist earlier. If we see that again, it could be very bad.
Goes off.
If that Lord of Skulls is able to plow
Then
through
the
these
Cornwall
sisters,
Skulls will shoot, so
which,
I guess he'll shoot his Ica Cannon into the Seraphim in the middle. And it's Gore Storm. Has to go into the Exorcist and just try and get lucky.
going into Exorcist.
So against the Seraphim, 3 shots. 3s. 1 hits, 2s. Wounds.
5.
1
up,
minus
info.
4. Yep.
More than 5 up. No.
Kills her.
And then
Well,
it's
that's something.
12 shots against the Exorcist. At least try and drop it down bracket.
Which one? The broken
The
damage
the,
one?
the damage one, yeah. 4 3-ups.
Need to make 2 of these. We make them all.
No.
Yeah, wow.
Bolt pistol.
This might be
modifier.
the phase of the game where you stop shooting at them at all and you just try to kill
charges then.
the models
So
that Rentar's using to hold the objectives.
Source will charge the
It's a pretty good chance
sisters
that gun kills an entire Sisters unit.
Actually,
So
may as well
during
left,
a-
may as well left the
Actually, an
health force
extremely
in
good
there
chance.
to help with hits on fires.
You could just start killing
What
the
I did.
things that could
Yeah, as like you said, that's
threaten the
outside it, yeah.
Scorpius, and then you open up the
During
Scorpius
crack
to shoot
grenade,
later.
Yeah.
I
miss.
don't think that you have the beef to take out the Exorcist at this point, but it would feel nice to kill one.
I think he's 3 inches anyway, so yeah, it makes it. And the Exorcist, Cornwall Skulls will charge the pink guys, and the unit number 2.
Okay, so one unit number 2 during crack.
Or can he charge 3 units?
I don't
So
think
the
you can
unit
get
number
on
2
orange.
all miss.
Yep.
And then the pink squad misses. And 3 hits. 1 wound. Can she chip the paint? No, she cannot.
And his charge is 1 plus.
Don't think I left enough of a gap for you to squeeze through. So you can tag both of them, but you can't squeeze through that gap.
No, I think you can if you move sideways.
No,
you
that's why I
can-
just charged the 2 units. It's, I'm only about to
But
hit
it does
the 2,
cost
so.
you an enormous amount of movement to rotate your entire body around.
Right, so I'll just start with the sorcerer. So he's got 4 attacks, sword, so 2s, death to false emperor on the 5, prescience, Christmas, and strength.
Ooh, only 2. Poopy.
Strength user.
Strength 4, AP 3, damage D3. So 2 6s.
Kills 2. 1 left in that
Yeah,
unit. That is.
Philippine, which is not nullified by that hex.
Oh,
They what, sorry?
They have a 6-up feel no pain.
Oh, they
So
have
I'm
6
waiting
on
on
the
your
pain.
damage roll.
Oh, sorry.
1 sister left in that unit is still enough to engage that Scorpius.
What did they get 6 plus fin of pain from? Just being
Being Valorous
themselves.
Heart.
Yeah.
All
Okay,
right,
2
so
die.
2 down. Just 1 in that unit. That's not what Loaf wanted to see here. Yikes.
And then the Lord of Skulls, he's got
Sometimes
it's
you're
12
okay with one
attacks,
model left in the
so
unit, but in
I'll
this
just
case, she's
do-
just
how
going
many
to
did you
tap
kill in
that
your turn? You killed
Hellforged
just the one, didn't you?
Scorpius again.
Yep, just a couple.
Although Rentar has
So-
left
No,
one
I-
alive in
Lord of
melee with the
Skulls and the
Sorcerer,
Climax.
which means
You
that
killed
next
2,
turn
so I've just killed a Seraphim.
she either has to fall back or fight the
You just
Sorcerer
killed
again.
two.
I think he could kill her the second time
Have I
around.
killed 2?
Oh, you killed one.
I would
sorry,
like to
just
see
a circle.
one left
Killed
back
one.
here
Yeah,
and
they're not dead.
have the opportunity for a charge next turn.
I'll base that sister, by the way.
Sure.
Maybe a slight
So I
misplay
killed
there
one,
from
so-
Rentar.
I guess I just try and get greedy and get lucky. I guess and try and kill 2 units.
We
I
go
might kill 2
slashes this
Bill.
time, I
No,
imagine.
not. So now I need to kill 2 things. So I'll just hit 1 unit then. I don't think getting greedy at that point works too
Which one?
well.
Pink or
Just
blue?
I'll hit the pinks.
Okay.
So 5 AP2s.
$5.
Oh, man.
D3
Brutal.
each, right?
We are
So,
seeing...
one of them might have saved, so. Yeah, whatever.
pretty interesting
Oh, we just
sort
rolled
of
the
l-
things.
Yeah, because I usually don't expect them to
phase
survive.
of the game here
How do you want me
that
to roll about these then? Do you want me to
Just-
roll?
just-
I'll
just-
how
just
many
roll-
damage
No,
many
just roll
damage
for the
on
one that. Just roll for the one that I
that you got
succeeded.
6 on? Oh, okay. 3, so 2 more on that one then.
Okay, she dies.
Kills.
the
without buffs,
Lords of Skulls,
combat
without all the
terrible.
other buffs active, you know, their reroll ones,
Right.
from
leadership on that
demonic
sister
power,
over there.
their
Don't know if she can fail.
exploding
7.
sixes
And I'll grab
from
a 2. She passes.
the Demon Smith, and
So I
you
get
know, there's no Crimson
kills.
Crown in this list,
Can
obviously,
fail
because it's
on a
pure Chaos
6.
Space Marines.
I don't get that.
We are seeing that their
Furious
damage
with
output
that.
is just
Yeah.
plummeting.
They're fine.
Yep. Oh dear.
Kill them all.
Even
Okay,
without the Imagifier ignoring their AP,
Okay,
they're
hold
they're
ball.
just not doing enough damage.
But you do.
Can I even catch up at this point? Actually, let's see. I don't think I can catch you up. Actually, to be fair, because you're going to get hold and hold more every turn. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
And the
at
bonus.
least, which are 29, 30, 31, and I'd need to get kill. No, I can't catch you up anyway.
Right. Do you wanna just like grab
Yeah,
kill,
I'll-
kill?
Yeah, possibly get a
Looks like
butcher
we're
to
talking the
prevent
game
them
out
from Don't lose a thing anyway. I
save
won't
some
get
time.
ground control. It'd probably end
You
like
might
that.
you might get one for ground control because I'm not sure I'll be able to hold this on your last turn.
You probably kill that with the Exorcist anyway.
Maybe.
He's on 16 wounds. Yeah, cheers to the game, buddy. I play, apart from it being and that's tough as it is, it's hard to play when you just lag into hell with being up at this
Sorry.
time of day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the big one for me was the first turn was huge, and then failing the 4 up on my second turn. But apart from little small mistakes, just because not really thinking. But
Yeah,
I can't.
sorry.
There's no way of being able to get to. Oh no, it's not. It's not your fault. It's hard time zones being like 9 hours apart. I could never get to your Exorcist to get the pressure because I need to get rid of those Repentious as soon as possible. Because one of them can just walk through like so much of my stuff. It's crazy. So I need to get rid of those as soon as I can. Especially if I get first turn, I can pop the Rhinos, take the turn off the Exorcist, and then I can just sort of focus all that down. But it's a really good list. The sisters, the miracle dice is just you can never just plan for someone rolling bad, can you? Because you always have like a bit of an answer to a dice roll, which is good.
Yeah.
It's such a good little list.
I feel like the biggest swing, honestly, like that previous turn was the Meltas. Both hit, both won, both 2 fail saves.
Yeah, that was pretty big actually. Yeah. I mean, you'd have because actually you didn't do 9 damage to this with the Exorcist anyway. So if she hadn't done anything, like if she missed and not wounded, I'd still have 2 Lords of Skulls probably. Because I think your Exorcist didn't do that much damage, all 3 of them together. So I think if I had the 2 Lords of Skulls, I mean, even then you'd shot so far ahead on the scoreboard anyway. I had no pressure, which is funny to say with the triple Lord of Skull list. I literally was just I just couldn't feel my way getting out that corner.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your movement shenanigans, I need to protect that master possession and the Lord Discordant to an extent as well. I think if I really thought of it properly, I could have just blocked off better with the cultists here, because I know it was coming with the charge and then double fighting, and you lap round like 6 inches, you can tag the world. But yeah, it was just super sloppy play, to be honest. Could have just tried block off this room part here with the cultists better, and use them for that, so that I couldn't lose the Lord of Discordant. Because as soon as you lose those buffs on the Lords of Skulls, their output is really minimal. It's when they've got the abuse of all those different powers and things that they just skyrocket with the extra hits and hit on twos. Because the normal Lord of Skulls just doesn't do enough.
Yeah, which is why I was just like trying to punch through this little gap here. So hard.
Yeah, that's it. And it's so hard to stop. But thinking back, is like I should just put a line of cultists. I just sat back a little bit further with the Lord of Skulls, with the Lord Discordant, and played it better like that. But that's just sloppiness of just keeping there.
I think the other part
So you
of
set it
that,
up, you don't look at the tiny gap.
yeah, I think the other thing is that because you said you hop list a lot, so
What, sorry?
you said you kind of change lists very frequently.
Yeah, that's also
So
the thing, is that yeah, it means that apart from because if you autopilot like both of us are at the moment, you kind of easily flow through your rules. But I think not being able to autopilot, you get sloppy with your. We're not playing the list all the time. Yeah, you get sloppy with the not remembering the rules properly on the things. So because I play Eldar mostly. I much prefer playing with them as well. But after seeing the Lord of Skulls list, I was just like, oh, let's give that a go. And it was because it's so good. I was like, yeah, let's try that in a pod.
Okay.
And when it works, it's horrific. It's like it's no fun to play against when it pops off. But your list is actually really really good with the fact it's got answers.
Doesn't really have that great of answers though, honestly.
Because you got those multiple answers, because you can't get rid of all the Exorcists and all the Repentia in their protective rhinos in one go. It's just not possible to sort of kill all 6 of those things or 9 of those things as it were, and then nothing can hurt the Lords of Skulls. The Repentia just absolutely horrific, double fighting, wounded on 3s, double strength. You just need to get rid of those as soon as, because of their movement shenanigans, they get to tag everything and then deal with the Exorcist. Just accept that they're going to punch me for a few turns. Yeah, well, it happened.
Great.
Well, I'm going to go to bed because it's 20 to 5 in the UK, and I've got a little 7-month-old which is going to probably wake up in an hour. So, so cheers to the game, Ash. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys later. Cheers, Drake.
Thank you. Just as stressful as against Cullen, honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that ignore AP2 is massive against Lords of Skulls. That's so good. I never even thought about that when having a scan through. That's really good.
Yeah,
it just makes it just nulls out load.
Yeah, I thought I put her back far enough, but I think I overestimated it by like a quarter of an inch or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I didn't count for, because I just saw this, and then she was like, what was it? Here or something, and then I just went, oh, this is an inch, it's fine, and then you kind of like just squeeze it here, and then I'm like, oh shit. Yeah.
Because on 25 mils, aren't they? The as well?
20. I don't know, because these are they're supposed to be on 28.5, but so these bases are bigger than 25s. I scaled them up slightly.
Oh really? Oh.
Yeah, but they're also there's also no measurement for 28.5 anywhere that I can find. So I'm just having to estimate that slightly like somewhere in between 25 and 32.
Yeah, you do yourself a little injustice.
So that's the best I can do with, because all the measuring, it's a new base, there's no measuring tool for it.
But yeah, that having been able to slot them in the little areas was what sort of shuts the door really. I think. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it's not got those little bits under it.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the trap bits, yeah. But I mean, to be fair, that's just the sloppy part of it, really. To stop all that, just put the cultists. Well, actually, thinking of it, when I looked at it and I saw his repair coming in, and I saw the oval base from the guy here, and then that there, I was like, "There's a massive gap in the middle anyway. What an idiot!" It's just like, oh, you just brain powers all goes. You're like, oh, sigh. Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it's hard to play around a lot of the sisters' charging abilities because with the miracle dice they can get those big numbers with a guarantee. So like you can swing off the cultists at the side over here and things. So it's there's a lot to have to think about when you're playing against the triple repentia. With how far they can actually go, not just their charge, but afterwards with the extra 6 inches, and then they fight again another 6 inches. So yeah, it's hard to play around.
thank you.
Thank you. Oh, cheers, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, cheers, Ash. Cheers, Remy. See you later, guys.
Bye.
It looks like I was muted there for a bit. I do apologize. Missed some excellent commentary. But hopefully we gleaned enough from the players talking to each other that it was a good discussion. That's going to be it for tonight. And I'm gonna log off. I don't believe I'll be live tomorrow, that being Saturday. That might be today for a lot of you. But for anybody in here who wants to be, who wants more live 40K content, I will be shoutcasting with John Damaris. He and I, representing AOWPI, we're going to be on the Lord Marshall, twitch.tv/Lord Marshall TV, I believe it's called. The Lord Marshall TV stream, streaming one of their events. We're going to be shoutcasting a game of that tomorrow morning. So I'm not sure when the time is, but I'll post it up on the YouTube community tab. And as well as, I guess I'll post it up on the Facebook as well. If you are on the Tactical Tortoise Facebook page, I'll post up some info about that. So that'll be cool. Anybody who wants more 40K content, check that out. And remember to check us out on Discord. Link is in the description. Follow the circuit at tts40k.com and check out more TTS 40K stuff at AOW, twitch.tv/AOWPI. Thanks everybody again for watching and taking their Friday night to watch some live 40K. And that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. Keep it classy, folks, and have a good one.